I can use it.
We on now.
Let's go with the theme.
I gotta find this. All right, good afternoon, everyone.
Too late now.
We are live. It is Super Dave along with Coach Kurt. Surge the sports star. We are up and we are running. Todd the Magnificent
In the building once again, ready to go.
has Slick the ruler on the turntables.
Let me find out.
Slick the relic. All right.
Slick the relic.
Slick the ruler, slick the relic. So all right, so we'll get it right. We got Keenan in here, we got D Gores regulating traffic. All right. So right quick, I need to do some acknowledgments and some shout outs. Want to acknowledge the passing of Dr. Martin Luther King's son, Dexter King. Also want to acknowledge one of our subscribers. Their mother passed away. Miss Lottie Carter. May you rest in peace. And also want to shout out my niece. Happy birthday. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. Today is January 22nd. How was everybody's weekend? We're gonna start with Coach Kurt.
Everything was good, man. No complaints.
Surge the sports star.
Good. Had some decent football for once.
All right. The Magnificent. Welcome back.
I was going again.
See, like
The
every
weeks go
other
by,
week.
every
Every
other
other
week.
week.
What's up with that?
Yeah, you're starting to be a part-time contributor.
Yeah, my weekend was blessed, man. I had a blessed day in the house of the Lord yesterday. And of course, the weekend blessed me with the football games. So it was all good. All good.
All right, y'all. So again, I got D Gores. He is here regulating, here to bop me in my head when stuff go wrong. So I'm gonna walk out of here with some knots. But first and foremost, we are on Facebook and we are on YouTube. Stream the live, y'all. Please stream with everybody. Tell a friend, tell a foe. We trying to blow up in 2024. All right. So just work with us. We are work in progress, but we here to talk sports for the next 2 hours to get some things off our chest. So where do we start, Joe? What is the first stop?
What's up, D?
Come on, y'all. Let's talk.
You ain't driving this train?
Yeah, I thought you was driving the train. You were the one who's telling us
Choo
first
choo.
stop is.
All right, so again, if I went to basketball, would y'all pull the cord?
No.
All right, so let's get in the NFL. All right, let's get in the playoffs.
Because the cord got pulled.
All right.
Try that stunt.
You got sticky fingers, bro. So like, let's
You
be
took
a
it-
team.
you
Let's
took
work
it-
together.
You took the wrong route.
Negative.
I ain't going downtown for you.
Negative. We already downtown.
Yo,
So-
he did it.
so when I
He
say-
did it.
When I say what's the first stop, everybody echo the sentiments. First stop is Saturday, where we had
There
the
you go.
49ers and the Green Bay Packers battling it out.
Okay, that'll work.
So what was your spin on that? And shout out to John Green. I just want to say that I think the 49ers dodged a bullet. What do y'all think?
He definitely dodged the bullet.
Definitely.
He know it. He know
Definitely.
it.
Coach Kurt.
They was not impressive.
Oh, my
Oh, they
bad.
could be beat.
Huh?
They could be beat.
Yeah, they could be beat.
They could
I mean, but it was a good game.
It was a good game.
It was a good game. That's all we
I
really
think-
want is a
I-
good game.
For sure.
Yeah, all the games
And,
were pretty good.
You know, like I said, they were losing. Who they played? Green Bay.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say they was losing the whole game, but they could have won that game.
Mhm.
Yeah, Green Bay could have
Green
won.
Bay
that game.
definitely could have won the game.
Definitely.
It was definitely a good competitive game. I think a lot of people surprised that Green Bay went as far as they did,
Right.
and it's played as good as they did more than anything.
Right.
Because they played good in both games, as you can see. And it's so many. I'm already looking forward to next year with them. I think they're going to be very, very interesting next year, Green Bay. You know, but I think the window with San Francisco, they better win because that window is going to start closing in a minute.
Well, I think a lot depends on if Debo is healthy and can contribute.
Definitely.
And he's always hurt every year.
Well,
just to be like every year he gets hurt.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I think a lot depends on that.
It does depend on if they play this game without him.
Right.
I don't know.
They still got weapons. Yeah. I mean, you got McCaffrey, you got Kittles, you got Ayuk.
I like Ayuk.
Debo's a big factor for real.
Yeah, he is.
You can see that they're not the same team without Debo on the field. Because he got hurt early and they had quite a bit of problems.
Yeah, they were struggling
up and down the field against Green Bay.
They were struggling. Definitely struggling.
So the significance was maybe the 12th man because the Packers got a lot of penalties. And that was the noise not being in the air, the snap count, not knowing what time it was. That hurt Green Bay. And the dude missing the field goal, of course. I mean.
Yeah, that's like missing these field goals in these football games is like missing foul shots in basketball in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
Nope.
I was listening.
It's like Stephen A. Smith was saying today. You get paid to do one job.
Yeah, you got one job.
You got the only non-violent job in football, and you can't even do it right.
No.
I just want to say, if somebody running the ball back, you the last man, you the last line of defense.
Yeah,
you might have that might be your job also. To fall in front of that guy and trip him.
But when you watch them doing the return, 99% of the time you see the guy running backwards and then falling down as the guy runs past him.
Like he getting out the way. Let me get out the way.
Yeah. Very rarely you see a kicker make a play.
Right.
And when you do see it, it's a big thing.
Right. Yep.
You know.
And now next thing you know, he can't kick no more because he don't got hurt.
He got hurt. Pulled the hamstring or something. Right. Yeah, let me throw this at y'all. All right. Guy made a statement about coaches and quarterback. One guy said that he thought the coach didn't prepare his team.
Talk about Green Bay?
Well, Green Bay, Buffalo, what have you. And the guy says, well, the quarterbacks didn't make the play. Okay. I'll bring this back up.
Is that Green?
No.
Did you open the phone lines?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
But maybe I shouldn't have. First out to the next stop. Who we have on the line? Caller.
What's good? This is Matt. Brace, y'all know who this is. Come on. It's been a minute, but it's still me.
Yeah, so my memory failed me when I saw the 470. and every 3 months you change your number, so
you got to duck and dodge.
Yeah, man.
Who you hiding from, man? Who you hiding from?
You know, you got to stay on the run once you leave New York, man. You know what I mean? You can't have people on your back like that, you know? Oh, man. It's all good, though, man. It's love down here. You know, we got a little freezing temperatures, man, but I'm enjoying this football season as well as the basketball season. You know, it's very, very interesting, you know.
All right, so what did you spin on it?
So my spin is
and we was before you start spinning, we was on the 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Give us your intake there.
Okay. Both teams, I like the game. Great game. This guy's coming of age. Love. I think San Francisco just made 1 or 2 more plays than Green Bay did. Now, granted that Debo didn't play, I think he makes a difference in the game being not as close, but it was a good game. And I like the way, the coaches sometimes can make teams play better than what they have as far as on paper. And I think Green Bay did that. They did that with Dallas. I think they out-coached Dallas. And going into the San Francisco game, I don't think a lot of people gave Green Bay a chance, and they fought with San Francisco tooth and nail. So big ups to the coaching staff, man. Sometimes coaching staff can be that difference with with the players that you have on paper and make them be in a position to, you know, get as much as you can out of them. And I think that's what they did.
Okay. Any questions?
So,
comments, concerns?
Yeah, let me just say, going back a little bit with how they beat Dallas. Oh, I was so happy. I was so happy. You know, I'm a Giants fan, New York fan all the way. Of course, I was happy about Dallas, but to me now, Stephen A. is going in on Dallas fans, man. You know, unnecessarily. Like, leave them alone. Let them be. Let them be. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Just
I
a
disagree.
second.
I
Just a-
disagree.
yeah, go ahead.
You got to hit them over the head
Hold up, Matt.
anytime,
Mhm.
because if they win, you ain't gonna hear the end of it.
Right.
You gotta hit them guys over the head every time they lose and
And
keep
then-
them down.
And then
Let them be their own worst enemy is what I say. Let them fight amongst themselves. You don't have to pile on them right there. This is my
No.
take.
Yes, we do.
just a
we
second,
do.
Matt. So
Yeah.
again, they were trying to grab headlines. One of the brothers was saying that Dak should try to get traded, and Jermichael Parsons' brother was saying stuff. So
Yeah, he told
So-
his brother need to leave. Go
right, so I revel in your loss and be quiet for a minute, and then you won't attract that attention to get hit in the head. Y'all are done. You're not even playing no more. So
I can't believe you taking up for the fans of the Cowboys. That's unheard of. I can't
right,
believe
I
that.
mean.
I can't believe
It's well and good, but you know, if you saying, look at me, I'm wounded because my team didn't win. Okay, like
Well, listen. Here's my take on it, real quick. Right? They simply imploded. You know what I'm saying? Don't pile on them now. Let them implode again next year and the year after that. Keep Dak on the roster. Keep that whole team on the roster. Let them keep imploding.
well
The more you
again,
hire,
here go the thing. Maybe they should just hold it until training camp or hold it till the Super Bowl is over and whatnot. They was reveling in the loss. So to me, you're open target to be hit. When you say,
every
well,
time they lose, you gotta hit them.
too easy.
Every
Too
time they
easy.
lose,
Too
you gotta-
easy. It's evident. They're going into it. I said, Dak is not that quarterback. He's not that quarterback. And it's not all his fault. That game wasn't all his fault. I think he just doesn't have that it factor like a Mahomes.
we got enough blame to share for everybody over there.
They hold the whole game. Everybody didn't play good. None of them showed up.
Yeah, but that defense
Right,
really-
including McCarthy and the
Never
coaches.
put it on
They
that.
simply didn't know what to do. They had no game plan after Green Bay put it on them throughout the whole game. I was loving it. But you know, I'm gonna digress. I'm gonna look forward and I'm gonna look ahead to these next two games. I have no clue who's gonna win the Detroit San Francisco game because of the Debo is the factor to me. I think the Lions can beat them. And I think they generated. This is just my opinion. The players they run into a brick wall for their coach. Like the whole city has rallied around Campbell, that coach, and that coaching staff, and they run into a brick wall. You know what I found out? Aaron Glenn is Aaron get the ex-Jet. He's defense coordinator on them on that side or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that boy has got them cats motivated, man. Big ups to him.
Yeah,
doing
but
this thing
you
up
know
there,
what the ironic
you know?
part of that is?
So
He's
Huh?
the defensive coordinator, and their defensive backfield is probably one of the worst in football. So that's the ironic part
Yeah.
about him being the defensive coordinator. They're very good,
He put pressure on them guys.
but they
Mhm.
don't really play the passing game well,
Mhm.
which is what might hurt them come Sunday.
yeah, we'll see. I think it's going to be a good game. I think San Francisco is going to edge them out, but I think it's going to be a good game. But it's a football,
Don't
so
worry,
anything
man.
can happen.
It's
you know?
it's already been
Golf.
scripted. It's already
What's
scripted. San
What's
Francisco and
the
Ravens are
script?
gonna
Give me the insight on the script.
San Francisco and Baltimore is
Is it going to be in the Super Bowl?
yeah, they're gonna be in the Super Bowl.
We letting you make
Okay,
sure you hear
all
that
right,
here first.
all right. I'm calling on Monday. If that don't happen, I'm gonna ask you what happened to the script.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, we didn't make this up. How about that?
Yeah, one of us is gonna send you the stuff, the information. You'll see what we're talking about. They don't got
That's
commercials
what's up.
out there with the
That's what's up.
halftime show being a game between a rematch between San Francisco and Baltimore, and then they got the colors thing going with the logo.
Right.
3 years in a row, the teams with the colors is the
Right.
ones that go in.
Right.
Right.
It's already,
Right.
And this comes out before the year starts. So it's ironic. But you know what it made me think about? You remember at the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
I think it was preseason, when they had those commercials where they was all sitting around a table and they was all talking about, okay, what's going to be the script for this season?
Right.
Who we going to do? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? I was like, really? Y'all just letting us know that's what y'all doing? But y'all putting in a commercial and make it seem like they not doing it.
That's crazy. though.
Well, it's no surprise San Francisco's there. It's a surprise that Baltimore has the number 1 seed.
That's a
He just-
surprise.
He just took that torch that everybody had doubt about him taking that next step to the Super Bowl, and I believe he did. Whatever happens, I don't think it's Lamar Jackson's fault, and he's worth every dime, because that was a talking point too. You giving him all this money, he ain't get you to the Super Bowl. If they don't
All
go,
these
I don't
guys
think
get
it'll be his
paid.
fault.
All
That's just
these
my personal
quarterbacks
opinion.
Get paid
Right.
when their time is up.
Yep.
So why not him? Regardless of what
Oh,
they do.
exactly.
not
Just like Josh, a lot of people is banging on Josh Allen in Buffalo. He made some plays in some plays he didn't, but I think it was a combination of things. I think 28 out of 30 teams will take him right now in the NFL on your team.
Without
So
question.
Yes.
nobody can give
But
me
what
he
you gotta
sucks or whatever it is. He
understand-
can't.
What you got
28 out of all the teams is taking that man straight like that.
What you got to
in my
understand in this game, it's not a one-man show, and that's the problem. People think
Right.
it's a one. You don't play this game by yourself. You need
Right.
everybody to play well to win. It's just not
Yeah.
you. And what happens when your rest of your team don't play well, as good as you may play, sometimes you lose.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
I agree.
It's just that they
I
give
agree.
credit too much to the quarterback, and that's the problem. But they
True.
ain't talking about that offensive lineman or nothing like that.
Mhm.
And they
True.
they the strong point of the team. You know what I mean? They
And-
always
but-
go with the glamour positions, and that's not fair.
You're right. I don't know if you guys touched upon this because I just tuned in a little while ago.
No,
Besides
you
the
called
kicker,
soon as we
listen-
started. You didn't give us
listen-
time to touch on nothing.
So,
But hold on. Besides the kicker missing the kick, Diggs missed a football. I mean, a 65-yard pass that hit him
Yes.
right in his chest.
Right
Alright,
through his
so-
hands.
Right through his hands.
So
Yes.
Matt, check it out. With that being said, being that you called prematurely and we still a work in progress, we're gonna have to open up the phone lines and we'll let you know when to call. So
Copy that.
we're gonna hit on some things and then call us back.
Yeah, I want to talk about my Knicks too in that trade. So I hit that back, man. Open up the lines, get your calls
hold on
in.
for a
Yeah, that's
And,
the second hour.
No,
you can call back in the
no,
second
no,
hour.
Matt, hold
Yeah.
that thought for 3 weeks. 'Cause for the next 3 weeks is
No.
football. We're not talking,
I
we're
believe
not talking
there's a few guys
basketball.
on that panel that was carrying pom-poms for R.J. Barrett, and I wanted him going a long time ago, and I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
But we're going to discuss that. We're going to talk about that.
All right,
All right.
call, call back.
Yeah, call back
Copy that.
3 weeks from
All right,
now.
thank
All
you.
3 weeks.
All right,
All right, peace.
3 weeks
all right,
We
so
get back to basketball.
for
It's gonna be all football for 3 weeks.
Right.
all
Sorry.
right. So
Sorry, folks.
But as he was saying,
Right.
or what I say, and you listen to these sports shows in the morning, all that, and all these guys say that it's always the quarterback,
Right.
or the coach. And I don't know what you were saying earlier, Dave, or I know you started to say
Right.
that question, like the coaches weren't prepared. I think yesterday's game, that Kansas City, even the Bills game,
Mhm.
he had them prepared right. The game was prepared right. They just, like I said, they didn't make plays when they needed to make plays.
For the most
But
part,
you can't blame. I don't think you blame. I can't see.
Mhm.
Only thing I blame him for was that dumb going on that fourth
That's
down
exactly
at the
what I was
30-yard
gonna
line.
Yeah.
Like
That's
Other than
that was
that
a
was the
panic
only
move.
one. Yeah,
That was a panic
right.
move.
That's the only
You're
thing.
playing
Yeah.
a tight game,
Right.
and you're gonna panic. And the only reason he's off the hook today is because Merkel Hardman fumbled the ball.
fumbled
Right.
the ball
Or else
after
the
that.
game
Right.
would have been over.
Right.
Because they would have been up
No, that
10
would have been
points.
over right there.
And that would have been
Yeah.
game.
Right.
That's the only
So
mistake I say
he
he made to
panicked.
that. Yeah, he
That was
panicked.
stupid.
But other than that, the game plan, everything, they just didn't make plays when they needed to make plays.
Well, what the guy was saying, and this goes for like almost every sport. When these guys, especially when you get to the playoffs. So obviously the coach and whoever the star of the team has brought you this far. He's prepared you enough that you got to the playoffs. He's prepared you enough that you gone this far in the playoffs and stuff like that. Now, a play here, a play there can deter anything. You know, like, yes, he hit Diggs in Bowen right through his hands
In
on
stride, right?
that pass,
through
right?
his hands.
Right? Now, yeah, granted, the defensive guy was
Yeah,
there.
no,
It
he
made-
might
he might have
tackle him, but he still should have made the
He
catch.
still should have made the catch. You a big time receiver who
Right,
talk a lot of
right,
junk.
talking junk, right?
You got to make plays, and that's what they're paying you for.
Right.
Make plays.
And but nobody's talking about,
Mhm.
they was missing their second top receiver,
Right.
the guy Davis.
Yeah,
Davis,
He
right.
was missing.
Yeah.
He was
You
missing.
know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to perform
Right.
and come through for them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So,
what they're saying though is that okay, well, them throws right before they went for the field goal, that Josh was off. Those two
he should've-
passes.
Yeah, to me, you had guys that were short. You didn't have to go for that home run.
Right. He
You
didn't.
know what I mean?
He didn't.
And I don't know. They try to say, okay, I know Chris Jones came in on him.
Yeah,
But I
the,
think
and the
my thing
offensive
is-
lineman stepped on his foot when he was making
My
the throw.
thing is, you got to see that out your peripheral vision.
Right.
You should have stepped up.
He been
and
running
made
it
the-
all
right.
any other time
He should've
before.
stepped up.
could have stepped
He
He
been
should have
running.
stepped up and made that throw because
Right.
the guy was open.
Right.
You shorted the ball.
He did.
The guy was open.
He did.
So you see that guy coming,
you
you're always
listen
supposed to look
to
to your left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't.
Not
Again,
hearing
you're gonna say the defensive guy made a play or whatever, but
Mm.
you're supposed to make that play step up in that pocket
Right.
like all them great quarterbacks. You know,
Right.
Mahomes would have stepped up.
Right.
And
I
throw
know
that-
I'm gonna
and
get
throw
hit,
that-
but I'm gonna make
and
that
throw
pass.
that ball.
Right. I
You
know
know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
get
saying?
hit,
Or
but I'm gonna make
Then
that
that's
pass.
the case. You should have went to the shorter pass because that guy
Right.
was open.
He was open.
You know what I mean?
He
So
was open.
you know, you got to make plays.
Right.
You
But
gotta
they were
make
trying to
plays.
say that,
Oh,
you know, like the
music
coach
doesn't-
didn't make adjustments to that and stuff. You were in a position to win the game. How much do you need? Now we all seen in other sports where halftime coaches don't make adjustments. We've all seen it. I don't care what sport it is.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
all seen it.
Yeah.
And that to me is a fault on the coach, because you don't make adjustments to what the team is doing. That's on you.
Right.
That's on the coach's fault, not so much the star. Yes, the star players make plays. That's what they get paid to do. Make a play here, make a play there, get us in position to help us win the game. Blah 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 blah. The coach is supposed to call plays according to. Now, if a team is stopping us from what we like to do, you got to halftime. You got to make adjustments and do something else.
For sure. I
You
agree.
got to do it. And if they don't do it, that's the coach's fault,
I agree with that. For
because
sure.
you're the one calling the plays. Yes, you have an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator, but the coach, the head coach, has a final say. No, I don't like that play. We're doing something else.
I agree.
He has a final say.
Unless they give their, you know, some of these guys get
Total-
their offensive
total,
coordinator
right.
total control.
Total
But
control.
I think if my name's gonna be on this, where if something happened, I'm gonna get fired. Then
Exactly.
I'm gonna make the
I'm
final
making
call
that.
on
Yeah,
Right.
I'm making that final
You know
call,
what I mean?
because just
Yeah.
like with Dallas with McCarthy, when they got rid of the offensive coordinator, he said, "I'm gonna make all the play
Right.
calls. I'm controlling this."
Right. I agree with you on that.
Now he can make a play call if the quarterback don't make the right
They
read.
gotta execute it.
You gotta
It's-
execute
Everybody
it.
gotta
Everybody.
execute it. Everybody gotta
Got to
execute it.
block. Guys
In
got
this
to get
football game,
open.
man, yeah, you
Guys
gotta
got to catch
execute.
the ball. Whatever.
And sometimes it's not that easy.
It
man.
isn't.
So
You know, but they just give these guys. To me, it's like you want to give the coach credit. Nah, you get a coach credit, but you want to give the quarterback credit. But you never hear them talk about the offensive line,
No.
like the guard and
They
did that.
the least
They
ones that
don't
don't
and
get
that's
the
where it starts
recognition.
at.
Because
know
if
what
you
I'm saying?
running
It's always
if you
these
running the
skill
ball down
positions.
their throat, they
Right.
doing their job.
That's right. You know what I mean? I tell you one thing though, that kid, that running back from Rutgers on Kansas City is a beast, man.
Oh,
Number 10.
Pacheco.
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 That guy's a beast,
Mm.
man. Oh my God.
Mhm.
They say he runs.
He runs hard.
Phil Sims said he run like he mad at the ground. Yo, Phil Sims said that. Like he's mad at that guy
He
runs
runs hard.
hard.
Yes.
man.
Every play.
Oh, every play.
Every play.
Every play. Whether he get 20 yards
Right.
or 2 yards, and he pop right back up.
Yep.
Right back up. It's like, oh my God, what? It's like he's possessed.
Yeah.
man. I tell you.
But see,
I tell you.
running backs like that, they fizzle out after because of the
Short
punishment
career.
your body's
Yeah,
taking.
Yeah.
You're
right.
running
After
hard.
about 5 years. Of that,
5 years
boy,
there,
he's
yeah.
gonna
He won't be able
broken
to hit a
down.
hole
Yeah.
as wide as this room is,
Exactly.
because he just can't do it.
Yeah,
his
he
body,
just-
his
oh,
body.
God.
Speaking of that, yesterday, that's I think part of the reason that Buffalo lost the game was because they got away from doing that.
Right.
They was running
They
the
was running
ball
the ball
down
first half.
Kansas City.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
they
throat.
was. Yes, they was.
That kid Cook was killing them.
Yeah.
Killing them.
But then in the
They
final
went away
drive,
from it.
Yeah,
you
the
go
ball-
right back to the passing
Everything
game.
They
was-
went
he
away. I
passed every
couldn't
down.
understand it.
Pass
Just
every
give
down.
the kid the ball. He was getting you 7 yards
Yeah.
on first down almost
Yeah.
every play.
They were punishing
Yeah.
them. I was like, Jesus, that easy, man? Oh my God. I couldn't understand
And
it.
see, that's where coaching comes in. At.
Right.
If you know this is working and it's been working,
Stick to
Do
it.
it until you
Why
start
you
till they
gonna-
stop.
why
it.
you gonna stop making those kind of calls?
Stick
Why
to
you
it.
gonna go right? Stick
Gotta
to
stick
what's
to it.
working.
Exactly.
So to me, in big time games,
Mhm.
it's not that coaches win games, it's more that coaches lose games.
They try to be slick.
because they try to outsmart
Right, exactly.
everybody in the world,
Mhm.
and they get to that point where they think they smarter than everybody, and they
Right.
get away from what's working, go to something else. Now all of
Right.
a sudden, you don't look so genius.
You don't look so good no more.
Yeah.
Right.
so
Because when you go back to it, it ain't the same.
right. But they should have never left that. They should have been running that
They were
ball the
pounding
whole
them, man.
time that last drive.
Right. I agree with that.
Right.
You all right, man?
I'm good. The game that was, I guess, in the beginning, I would say the Ravens.
Good. Keep
Yeah,
going.
I would say the Ravens and the Texans. They played them even
Mhm.
the first
First half.
half.
Yeah.
And then after that, the Ravens had turned on the next gear, and
Lamar
the
took
Texans
over.
didn't have
Yeah.
anything for them.
But if you look at the game, you say played him even. They played him even because the score was 10-10. But the only
Correct.
reason it was 10-10 is because they had a kick return,
Yeah.
a punt return.
Right.
Offensively,
Offensively,
nothing.
they didn't do nothing.
That was the most disappointing game to me out of the whole four because I expected Stroud to do much more than he did.
Mm.
I get it. It's Baltimore. You're in Baltimore. It's your second playoff game. You're still a rookie. But still, I expected more out of that offense than they gave me.
Yeah.
Well,
They gave me nothing. 'Cause
that
They only
defense,
scored 3
that-
points.
Yeah, that defense wasn't gonna let them
Mm-mm.
let him get off like that. You could tell how they was playing. They wasn't gonna let them. They wasn't gonna let that guy have no feels there on them. They was bringing that pressure too.
Yeah, they was.
They wasn't playing.
Then
they gonna bring it again.
Comes
They
to
gonna
coach,
bring it
comes to coach.
Yeah.
You know
Mhm.
this pressure's
Yeah.
coming like this. You
Yeah.
gotta adjust.
Yeah.
Right.
Look at what the Lions did yesterday. They saw what Tampa Bay did to
Right.
who did they beat last week?
They beat
When they blitzed the heck out
Philly.
of
Right.
Right. They blitzed the heck out of Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
They wasn't able to do that to Jared
Nah.
Goff. But
Mm-mm.
Jared Goff was ready to dump.
Right.
Dump.
Yeah,
Dump.
that's
They
what you-
dumped it all day in the
that's what
middle
you
of
gotta
that
do.
defense.
You gotta throw them screenplays.
Kill
That's
that
what they all
whole-
come
Mhm.
in. Sure.
Kill that whole thing.
If you gonna rush seven,
Bingo,
seven,
bang.
8 guys, you gonna leave a hole right in the
Right,
middle. So
Right
you gotta
big,
hit right there.
Right.
right over those
Yeah, you
linebackers.
don't gotta
and
do the
shit,
big
man.
plays.
But
Yeah.
like you said, if you don't adjust,
Right.
which Philly never adjusted, they
No.
never went to the
They
middle
never
of the
went
field.
to that.
No.
They got killed.
Yep.
That Detroit said, no, we're going to play your game the way you want to play it. You want
Mhm.
to give us this? We're going to take
Well,
that.
we're gonna take it.
And they took it all
Right.
game long,
Yep.
and they was running.
Yeah, they was running.
That
too.
kid Gibbs is a monster.
This
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I
tough.
love
Yeah,
Gibbs.
yeah.
He's tough.
And the kid they
He's
got from
tough.
Chicago ain't bad either.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got a good 1-2 punch there.
Yes, they do.
So with that being said, does that make Detroit, like, what is your spin? You think Detroit is going to give the 49ers all they looking for?
It depends on that offensive line because if you put that pressure on Goff, you already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
You
but
put pressure on Goff,
all you
I ain't see
hear,
him take that pressure yet.
all you hear is how great
Yeah.
the offensive line is for Detroit.
They are good.
So now
You're gonna find out.
you're gonna
Mhm.
You're gonna
Well,
find out.
you'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
you could be a good offensive lineman on the run and not so good on the pass.
Right.
Because it's different, you know. You
Well, you know them guys are coming.
Yeah, they
We
gonna
all
be
know
coming.
the 49ers are coming.
Yeah, they
They
come.
come.
Yeah, but
They gonna bring that pressure. So they gonna hold them
Did,
off.
did you
It-
think
it-
they put that much pressure on this last game, the 49ers
No.
defense?
No.
I didn't
Not
think
at
so
all.
either.
Green Bay
Right.
offensive line played well.
Not at
They
all.
played. They held
played-
up.
Yeah, they
They-
play well.
They
I
held
think,
up. on it.
They play
I think,
Why was that? Because Aaron Jones was able to run.
Right.
Run.
Right.
That's the secret to everything.
Well,
If
that's
you
good.
could run the ball,
Right.
then you don't have to worry about pressure because now they got to respect you.
They got to
sure.
hold up.
Right. They
For sure.
can't,
and see
they
that.
can't
Yeah.
just full
No,
tilt
for
come
sure.
at you because now you running past
Running right
them.
past them.
The running backs in the secondary before you know it because
Right.
you so busy trying to blitz.
And then once the linebackers come up and got to help, right over
It's
the
all
top.
basic football.
Right. It is. It's easy when you think about it.
It's basic football.
It's just
But-
hard to do it.
Right. It's just can you execute it when you need to execute it?
Yeah, D. Yeah, everything is on. Send your comments. Send all your comments, people. We get them all, and we'll highlight you out.
I believe that was Anthony Green on the check-in with Niners Nations rule.
I don't know about ruling.
No,
I don't know about all that.
I mean, I see these games on Sunday both being tight games. So, do I think there's going to be any upsets? I'll be honest.
I don't think none of these games are upsets. Whoever win, I don't think that you could call it an
Well,
upset.
no, you can't call it
Not
upset.
in this-
But
not
when
in
you
the
beat
championship round.
when you beat the number one team and they've been ranked number one, you're the underdog, even though you might be still respected enough to
Right.
not be a big underdog. 'Cause
Mhm.
Detroit's 6-point underdog and Kansas City.
They're
3
underdogs.
points.
So
Right.
if Kansas City beat the Ravens, that's an upset?
No, it's not
On the road, yeah.
It'll be
I don't call that an upset.
it'll-
Yeah.
No.
it'll be an
They're Super
upset.
Bowl champions.
But they never been on the road
That,
coming
it
up.
don't
like
matter.
that.
They're the champions.
Yes, they are the champions.
And they the champions. They just beat the road team. They just won a game on the road the game before that.
True.
I don't call that an upset. That's just me. I
hear
don't
you.
call that an upset.
I think Detroit
No,
is an upset if they win.
That may be an
That
upset.
would be an upset.
That may be an upset because they never been there
They
and
never
they're
been
winning.
this
Well,
far.
I wanna
The Kansas City been in this position
I
for
was
6
gonna
years
say,
in
I
a
don't-
row.
I want to go
I
back to
don't
your
expect-
post earlier,
Uh,
and it would be an upset because they already set it up for it to be the Ravens and the Niners. So I guess it would be an upset somewhere along the line.
If they allow that to happen,
They allow that.
if they allow it to happen, some miraculous
but-
call
But
come out.
Like I was gonna say, I expect. I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs beat the Ravens, but I will be surprised if Detroit beats the.
Sure,
49ers.
I agree with
I
that.
agree with that.
I
too.
agree with that.
That will surprise me.
Right, I agree with
Is it
that.
a-
With or
upset?
without Debo,
Yeah,
I would be surprised.
Oh.
You know,
just you be surprised, but then again, you got to look at their year this year that they had.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they was up, they was down, and they came back when they
Mhm.
had to come back. They got their game back up at the right time.
right.
Again,
You know what I
Anthony
mean?
Green is
So
bubbling at the gills. So Green, the phone line is open for you. There will be no upset with the Niners Nation. We beating them from start to finish. Does that not sound like Anthony Green? All right. So Green,
I
the
can't wait
phone
till
line
next
is
week.
open
Mm.
at
I
the
can't
sound
wait
of
till
my
next
voice. Ring a ding
To
ding
see
if you
him.
can hear me.
see him if they lose. Oh boy, I
That's
can't
right.
wait.
His thing is this Friday, right? You said.
That's correct.
On Friday, yeah.
Can we straighten that thing? Is that 207th Street, yo? Station?
Bedford Park.
Oh, Bedford Park Station.
That's correct.
Okay, I got you. Friday.
This Friday.
Hmm.
So we're gonna all right, here go Green. Here go the star of the show, the man of the hour.
He think he's the star of the show.
Hold on, we coming.
On the first ring. Shout out to Anthony Green, y'all. Here we go. Let's all right, y'all.
I like that. There you
With
go.
the relic in the building.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So
First of all, I would like to say good afternoon to all my brothers up there.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to see you, Clyde. You look like you making history, bro. You doing a couple of weeks straight now, bro. Stay in that good health.
Let me find out he blowing me up.
Stay in that good health, bro. 2024 is nothing but greatness for you, bro. Stay in that thing. But let's just get right down to the chase.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest. That 49er game, it was a
had you
great
sweating.
game. But this is the whole thing is Chase Young and the rest of that defensive core kept that game intact. They kept that game intact because for the simple fact that the offense was not giving them what they needed to get done. You can't go 3 and out all the time during the playoffs because eventually they're going to move that ball on you. We all seen the 49ers miss a field goal, and then Detroit turned around and paid the favor back and missed the field goal. Everything counts now. No extra point need to be missed. No field goal need to be missed. Everything counts now. So this is where, like you say, one person don't win the show.
Right.
But I will tell you this much. The reason why they do invest in those quarterbacks is those quarterbacks is the brainchild of that whole offensive unit. The defense can be out there half a day They eventually gonna give it up if the offense keep going out there going 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3 out. That game, and anybody know that Chiefs game, if Mahomes has that ball and he's coming down there with 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock, this kid is like Miracle on 34th Street. For some reason, that Miracle on 34th Street happens for him day in and day out. He is probably one of the strongest quarterbacks besides Tom Brady, have the will to win. This kid will do anything possible. He has that strong enough will to win. Now, he's going up against another quarterback that has the will to win. But it's going to be a great game next week to see which one of them have that will to win and which one of them can impose their will on the other as far as defense. Next week, if the 49ers get Debo back, if they get him back and the 49ers is playing them, Detroit, I like them. And they are a nice, sometime explosive team. You don't know which Detroit team is going to show up, but it's going to be a great game. But I think if they let the 49ers jump on them first, they ain't going to win that game. They're going to lose by 15 to 20 points probably because the 49ers is just going to jump on them and stay on them because they got that kind of defense to jump on them and stay on them. Brock Purdy showed loopholes in the rain. He can't play well in the rain.
He can't.
Well, he can't play. He's not the guy you counting on to win the game for you.
Yo, listen, I'm counting for that. I'm counting for that whole team, and I'm counting that he can go down there and don't throw no interceptions under pressure because
Well, you hope he don't.
This right now is the biggest meat of the season that you're gonna get because you can't bounce back from 2 and 3 turnovers back to back. You gotta be able to produce. If you look at Dallas lost to Green Bay because those turnovers was just ridiculous.
I agree.
Ridiculous.
Well, those
turnovers was ridiculous.
What you're just saying is you know who your weak link is on your team.
Well,
that's what you're
I'm
saying.
I'm telling you this much. He's a solid quarterback, but is he a Mahomes? No.
No, he's solid. He's solid, but he's also the weak link.
Is he Jackson? No. Him going up against Goff, I like my chances better with Purdy and that defense and that offensive unit better than anything else.
I hear you.
Because if you look at that game yesterday with Buffalo came to play. Buffalo came to play. Both of those two elite teams came to play. Now if it was something, if the Ravens had to play the Buffalo and Kansas City, I don't think they would have been able to get past both of them. They eliminated each other. But if the Ravens had to dance with both of them back to back, they wasn't gonna beat neither one of them teams like that. But them teams came to play. Texas, I'm like, y'all, the only touchdown they got was that 7 points run back. Other than that, they didn't have nothing, not a running game.
So you saying that the Ravens wouldn't show up? That's what you're saying?
I don't think the Ravens can beat Buffalo and Kansas City and go to the Super Bowl. I don't think they can beat both of them back to back. They got a good luck of the draw because they have number 1 seed. Look who they had to knock off.
Well, they don't blame them because they got the number 1 seed. That's what every team tries to get.
Listen, bro.
That's what every team tries to get.
I'm not blaming them. All I'm just saying is that
well,
I don't think
we can all say that because they're not going to play each other. The games won't be played, so we can all have an opinion on that. But I won't necessarily agree with that because you say that. I'm not agreeing with that.
Well, hold the phone, Green. So, Green, let's get to this. Green, answer this question. Who do you think?
He says that.
Who you think is more stern? Was it a harder walk for the AFC or the NFC?
It was a harder walk for the AFC. It was a harder walk for the AFC because you had some really talented teams. Actually, me myself, after Dallas went down so surprisingly, I wasn't impressed with that Tampa Bay game. Tampa Bay and that Detroit game, I really wasn't impressed. Well, Tampa Bay was a good squad, and so is Detroit. That's like two mediocre teams playing each other.
Well, that's because the so-called heavy hitters got knocked out early. Dallas got knocked out early. Philly got knocked out.
and I'm gonna be Philly. I could have sworn Philly was gonna beat Tampa Bay. At least they was gonna show up to beat Tampa Bay. But for some reason, they need to go in there and dissect that locker room or that organization and see what went wrong with Philly, because it's for a team to be at that magnitude in the beginning of the season and for that team to collapse the way it did, it collapsed all the way down to like into the playoffs. It's like, yo, we ain't giving you nothing. Something is going on in that locker room or in that organization or them players in there. But you can't tell me a team that was up and rolling was destroying everybody after the 49ers played them. That team just went straight down to the rocks. And then when they walked into the playoffs, and did the same exact thing they was doing in the regular season.
I beg to differ. They wasn't stomping people, even though they was winning 10. They had 10 wins. They first 10 games they won out of 11. They were winning, but you could still see little holes in their team.
Right.
Even though when they was winning, you could see it.
Right.
And then it just came,
Okay.
it just percolated the
Let me
last
ask
half
you
of
a
this.
question, Todd.
Come
Let
on,
me ask you a question, Todd.
come on.
At the rate that they was going in the beginning of the season from that 10-1, did you actually think that the only team that crash and burn like that most of the time is the Mets, the New York Mets?
Shut your mouth.
and the
Shut your
Raiders.
mouth.
No, I didn't think they was
I'm
going to
sorry.
do that. I didn't think they was going to do that. I don't think nobody think that they would have went 1-7. You know what I mean? At the end, I wasn't. I was. We all surprised at that.
And what it's in Todd, all I'm asking is that when they got in the playoffs, did you actually think they was going to lose to Tampa Bay in that same fashion, that same way,
I was surprised.
without a fight?
No, I was surprised.
No, that was the
I was-
problem.
Yeah, I was surprised.
They didn't put up a fight. They
Nah.
was gutless.
Yeah,
They went in.
It was looked like
went in
they-
there like they knew
they
was
wanted
gonna
that
lose.
game to get over so
Right,
fast.
Right.
Like,
They
I
quit
was-
right
I
there.
thought if they win any game, that was the perfect team for them to play
Right.
to get back on
I
to get
think
back on. That was the perfect team.
What
for
better
them.
team to play
Yes.
is a Tampa Bay
Yes.
team and go in and just say, like, listen, we can build from this win
Yes.
right here.
I agree.
And for a run.
Yep.
They threw one in there and
Laid an
completely
egg.
laid down.
Laid an
They
egg.
laid down.
Yes,
Yeah,
did.
they
I
laid
don't
an
know
egg.
if
They
Bookie
did.
got
They
to him.
definitely did.
I don't know if the bookie got to him and say, yo, y'all better not go in there. But them dudes went in there.
Yeah, that
They
was
look
embarrassing.
bad.
That was bad. That
I
was
would-
real bad.
I would rather have seen Seattle get in there and play Tampa Bay than to see Philly go in there and lay down the way they did.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, they laid an egg, man. They definitely laid an egg. They definitely
They
did.
laid an egg, and Tampa Bay they gave their best yesterday, and that game could have went either way. But to me, there was two mediocre teams playing each other.
Yeah.
There was two mediocre teams playing each
Well,
other.
they the lesser.
And-
They the
and I-
lesser of the other teams.
So if Detroit beats the 49ers, does that mean 49ers are
Ooh.
mediocre?
Oh, shots fired. Oh,
Well, But
Humble,
first of
humble.
all, let's
Humble,
go to
humble.
this.
You ain't
If
saying nothing,
Detroit
man.
if Detroit beat the 49ers, I'm going to have to tell you straight off the bat, there was probably something going on in that organization with the 49ers where they had hurt players. But you can't possibly tell me you think that Detroit, even on the offense or the defensive side, can stop what's going to happen with them next week. And the only thing that's going to slow the 49ers down is bad weather. But as far as the forecast right now, they got 60 degrees on Sunday. They're going to be playing in some good weather.
Are you going down? And shout out to John Green. He said Philly laid an ostrich egg.
no excuse.
Right.
He's right. They laid a big one.
All right. Shout
All I
John
can say
Green.
is-
Shout out to John on the check-in. All right. So
Once again, people, if you're listening on Facebook Live, please acknowledge the StreamYard so your name could be shown.
as we know who you are.
Yeah, who you
Thank
are
you.
when you send in your messages and stuff
Right.
like that.
Thank you. Right. So yeah, and continue to turn the live feed. And again, our phone lines is open. We have the great Anthony Green on the line, but the phone lines is open. It's first stop to the next stop. Number's 516-206-0711. Call in. Let us know who you like. Chime in. Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Let us know who you like. Who do you have? Do you like the 49ers? Do you like Detroit? That's the NFC Championship game. Or the biggest one we think is the Ravens versus the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you like?
Once again, in the background, we
I
got
think
D. Gores,
Next week,
Slick the Relic,
I'ma
the
give it to
chosen
KC.
one.
We got
Next week, I'ma
Keenan
give
also
Keenan.
in the background. All right.
Making noise back there.
All right. All right.
Next week,
We got a
even though
full
they
house.
playing in the Baltimore, I'm gonna get that game to KC next week. I think KC gonna beat Baltimore.
Okay.
I think KC gonna beat them.
You heard it here first,
think
y'all.
they-
You heard it here first.
I
So-
guarantee you, KC gonna beat them by 10 points next week.
So and let me
Do I hear rum punch?
and let me ask you.
have it ready Friday.
There you go.
Is that because say your 49ers making you don't want to see the Ravens?
Man, listen, I would love to see the Ravens or KC in the Super Bowl, either one of the teams, for the simple fact that when the 49ers played them on Christmas, the 49ers beat themselves with them propped up balls in the air, and these guys would just get interception after interception. That really wasn't a quarterback just overthrowing a player. That was just the ball getting hit up in the air, and these guys were getting in great field position. So I would love to see them play the 49ers again. And remember, KC beat the 49ers a couple of years ago in the playoffs. I mean, in the Super Bowl also.
That's a
So,
couple years ago.
Couple
would
of
love
years
to
don't
see-
have nothing to do with this game this year. That has nothing to do with nothing.
Listen, my brother, I don't care who get in that ring. Either one of them both of them done beat the 49ers when it counted. They beat them in the playoffs, and one beat them in the Super Bowl. So
We're not talking
I
about
wouldn't
years
mind
past. That has nothing to do with right now. You know what I used to do back in the day? I can tell you things I used to do back in the day. Can't do it now.
I was still,
Huh?
I was
Hold up,
the
Magnificent.
49ers
Don't tell on
play
yourself.
I would still want the 49ers to play either one because they both beat the 49ers. So I would love to see the 49ers play either one of them in the playoffs, in the Super Bowl. I would love to see it. But before we love to see that, we got to take care of one more business, and that's with Detroit that's coming into town.
Yes, you do. Don't look
We gotta
past
take
them.
care of
Don't
one
look
more
past them.
business. We're not gonna look past them.
You
but we
sound
got
like it.
one more thing to take care of.
Okay.
To take care of some business. And if the
Come to
49ers
play.
jump
Come
on
to
them
play.
early
That's
and
all we
start
say.
beating them early,
Don't make
we beat them
excuses. Come to play.
into submission.
Come
We
to
ain't
play.
making no excuses.
No
We had to
excuse.
come back and beat that Green. We had to come back and win that Green Bay game. So that means we have it in us to come back to win.
This is a better
So-
team, though. This is a better team.
This is a stronger, structured team, and hopefully Debo can be out there on that field next week.
And what
and
happens
give
if he
us
don't?
another- If he don't, we still got to go out there and play that game, brother. We're gonna have to run that mule with McCaffrey.
Yeah, somebody
Because I don't think
in here said make sure you got that rum punch on ice.
Oh yeah. He already know.
You
He
tell
already
him,
know.
you tell him we gonna do it. And that's not a problem.
You can do
We
it.
can run punch we can run punch this week and the Super Bowl week 2 weeks from now. I got a quick question to ask y'all. How do y'all feel about the Pro Bowl being played before the Super Bowl? That is the most. I can't see that.
They don't play those games though. It's not a game anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares?
It's not a game. It's a skill competition.
So yeah, they
And
might
flag
as well.
football.
Flag football.
Yeah,
game.
so it doesn't
And they might as
matter.
well get it out the way.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
They might as well get it out the way.
It's a
That
comedy
game was
show.
never
man.
important anyway.
Right, it's a comedy game anyway.
I wouldn't want one of my players to go
Oh,
out
they're
there
not
and risk
going
getting
to
hit.
it.
Right.
Those
The people that's in
they
the
not
Super
playing.
Bowl
They're
don't
not gonna
go.
play.
They don't go.
Right.
Again,
Good.
as John Green would say, it's not Montana to Rice anymore. So this is true.
Tell them to stay tuned. Tell them to stay tuned because it's the best is yet to come with the 49ers.
Okay.
They're an all-complete team. That's an all-complete team. That's what they got the running, the passing, the defense.
Just
but
them.
what make the 49ers different? They got the linebackers and they got a good defensive line.
Just them.
They
I
will
hope-
come at you.
I hope we don't have to go look for you, man, if they lose, man.
Did you bother to? Let me ask you a question, Kurt.
Yeah.
Did you and Dave bother to call me when the 49ers won?
I said congratulations. I don't know if you heard it or not.
Well, we knew you was gonna call Monday. We knew you was gonna call Monday.
I don't hate. I congratulate.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Listen, y'all gonna call me on Monday again and welcome my team to the Super Bowl.
No doubt.
Nah, we'll wait for your call.
If
We'll
not-
wait for your call.
If not, we figured we see you on Friday anyway.
We'll wait for your
Yeah,
call.
we'll spice it up because personally speaking, I like the 49ers over Detroit. Barely, but I like them.
He said barely.
I mean, it's gonna
Everybody's
be.
gonna win this. I mean, everybody's looking for
Right.
them
How
to
do you
win
like
this
the
game.
you like the 49ers in the Super Bowl against KC
Oh,
or the Raiders?
No. We're not going that far.
We got 3 weeks to
We're
deliberate
not
on
going
that,
that far.
or 2 weeks, a good 2 weeks.
I think it's an AFC. Yeah.
We're not going that far.
I think it's an AFC. Yeah.
I'm gonna lean
You
towards
think
what
it's
Coach
the
Kurt
AFC?
said. Right.
any one of those teams to beat that team.
Where is the
Okay.
game at?
You
Where's the
make
Super
sure
Bowl?
Vegas.
you make
It's in
sure you
Vegas?
bring that rum punch with you.
That's a
You
good
make sure
place.
you
That's
bring
an
that
indoor
rum
stadium,
punch
right?
with you, Todd.
No problem. I don't think so.
No.
Hey,
The weather's good.
Is it dome?
Dave, you think
Oh, is
it's
it?
possible
Oh, I didn't
after
think
the
They
Super
got the
Bowl on
retractable.
that Monday? You
so.
think I
Oh,
can
that's
come up?
fancy.
everybody need that.
You know, it's always an open door policy for you, dude. Whenever you want to come, just give us a heads up.
I know that, but thank you, my brother. I
Minnesota.
just wanted to hear it because y'all
Yeah,
might
I
not
think
want to
Minnesota
see
has
me on that Monday
got
when the
it.
Super Bowl
Seattle
after the
has
Super
one,
Bowl
too.
is over with.
Oh, but all right, there's
Oh,
one criteria. You must wear your red and gold 49ers jacket if you win.
Thank you, John.
That ain't no problem, my brother. That is not a problem.
All right.
I'll be in there 49ers down, but you brothers have a good show. I'm gonna continue
hold
to
up.
listen.
Green.
I'm a
by,
yes,
the
sir.
by the same token, if you lose, I want to see you in the colors of the team that beat you. How about that? How
Serge
about
is
that?
a hard act to follow.
Yes, he is.
That's a good one.
You
That's
know
a
what, Serge? You know what, Serge?
Go ahead, talk to me, Green.
I'm gonna find the jersey and we're gonna make that happen.
You man. If you do that, you are the man.
For sure.
Whichever team pulls it off,
You
whichever
gonna,
team
you
pulls
gonna
it
have
off
it,
in
you
the
gonna
Super
have
Bowl,
on their jersey.
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have their jersey. I'm gonna find one of their
That's
jerseys,
what I'm talking
and I'm
about.
coming up. I'm gonna come up there and sit on the whole show with the jersey on.
There
All
you
right.
go. There you
My
go.
man.
Okay, we're gonna hold you. We're gonna hold you to that.
You
That's
can
a
hold
rum
me to that,
punch.
my brother.
You already
coming
know
up
he
there.
can't forget the rum punch.
I'm gonna go to whichever. If they don't have all these sporting stores like they used to, but I'm gonna make sure that I have it on deck, and I'll be up there to wear that jersey that day.
All
All
right.
right. All right.
Okay, now.
Right. So, man, you brothers have a good one and enjoy, man. It's good to see all of y'all.
Yes, sir.
Todd,
You too.
Yo,
Good
let's
hearing
make it
from
3
you.
in a row. Let's make it 3 in a row next week. my
I'll be
brother.
here. I'll be here.
Yeah, you make it 3 in a
You
row.
blowing me
All right,
up.
yeah.
I'll be here.
Yo, not for nothing. He only got one so far, so he need another 2.
He did a one in a row.
You thought he see me last
Yeah,
week.
he
He thought he see me last
He
week.
hallucinating.
You know what, Todd? You know what, Todd?
Yeah,
Yo, that's
I
that
know
rum
you was
punch
there.
story.
I know you was there in spirit, my brother.
no doubt. You already know.
Between the spirit and the rum punch, Green is right on top of things.
Yeah. Oh
Man,
man.
but it's good to see y'all, man, and y'all can continue to have the best show. You guys are off to a good start, man.
Thank you,
Congratulations
brother.
to y'all,
All
bro.
right,
Thank you, my brother.
All right, so some of us will be up there. See you on Friday. Celebrate
All right,
you.
brother.
Shout
I'll
out
see y'all
to
Friday.
All
shout
right,
out
then.
to
All right.
Anthony Green. All
Yo, the
right.
check is in the mail, too, bro.
All right, peace.
All right, brother. Peace.
You always get a good laugh out of him.
All right, so
I'm crying. He think he's so.
is there a debate over who is the best quarterback in the game?
How about the best quarterback out of these 4 teams?
Well,
Well, I say it's in the AFC.
that's true.
Oh, definitely in the AFC.
That's true.
Okay.
So
And
let's
you can't-
narrow it down to that.
You can't. Go ahead.
One guy is on a Michael Jordan type of run,
Okay.
and the other guy is his first year that he's really performing in the playoffs. And it's only been one game because his record in the playoffs is terrible.
Yeah, you got to prove
So
yourself.
yeah, this year he's an MVP, but as far as the GOAT,
Right.
it's got to be Mahomes.
You
Okay.
can't
6
take it away.
straight AFC
Yeah,
championships.
that's unheard of.
Yeah.
You can't take it away from him until you beat him.
Right.
And this
And
is the
especially-
perfect lineup.
Especially
These two
this
teams.
year.
Yeah,
You look at this year, and everybody in America thought that Kansas City was done.
for sure.
They didn't really think that they was gonna beat Miami. They thought Miami was gonna run them off the road. They didn't think they was gonna win in Buffalo yesterday.
No,
They thought Buffalo was gonna.
it was
win
set
that.
up for Buffalo to win. It was
was.
set up for them to win.
Hey, Facebook user,
Right.
best
But-
quarterback. I give it to Mahomes. Well, give it to us, kid. Acknowledge who on Facebook. You know, go to
You gotta- until
StreamYard
he
and
gets
show
beat.
your name
Right.
so we can know
He
who
will
you
be the
are.
best until he get beat.
But he's been beat. I mean, he lost a couple of Super Bowls, but he also won a couple of Super Bowls.
Well, he lost to what's his name? That's
He
how.
lost to Tom Brady,
Yeah.
And he lost to well, not I'm talking about the Super Bowl get to, but he lost to Cincinnati.
Joe Burrow.
Right,
Joe
Joe Burrow.
But he's been there
Yeah, he been there.
consistently.
Yeah.
I say he's on a Michael Jordan, LeBron James run.
It's ridiculous. His first 6 years, what he's accomplished is ridiculous. Some guys don't do that in their career.
Andy Reid, did he get to the Super Bowl with Philly?
Yeah, they lost.
They lost, right? That's when
Yeah,
he had
with
T.O.
McNabb.
in them?
Correct.
Oh, McNabb.
Yeah,
And T.O., right?
Yes.
Okay.
they lost. He went to like 4 championship games in a row, I
Right.
think, something like that.
Yeah, he went
And
to
they
quite a
lost.
few.
Yeah, like 4 of them.
Yeah.
And I think only
He don't get
Super Bowl.
acknowledged
He
as
don't.
being
He
as
don't.
far as being a top.
He don't.
He don't get acknowledged like
They not the way they do like the Patriot guy or whatever. You know, they
Belichick
win. You
and
know,
all
they
that.
don't
Right.
give him like the
No.
props like that, man. And he should, because he's there.
Let me ask you a question, man. If Belichick was on Dallas, you think Dallas is winning?
No,
Me either. I don't either.
no.
If he was the head
new one
coach,
today?
huh?
You heard the new one today?
No.
They saying get rid of the guy in Buffalo and bring
I did hear
They said
that.
that today.
I
yeah.
did hear that.
They said that today.
And I don't think that'll make much of a difference.
Oh, I think it
You
will
think so?
there.
Yeah.
I think it will there.
I
Really?
think, I
Then
think
Dallas,
honestly,
yeah, I think it will
I
there.
think it would have made a big difference in Dallas because his thing is defense, and that's what killed Dallas. Dallas' offense is not a problem. They got enough weapons. The defense is the problem, and Bill
But-
Belichick would fix that defense. He would fix that defense.
I say no because I would hate to see him win. I don't want to go.
Yeah, I know you don't want.
You
No,
know,
a
I
lot
couldn't-
of
I
people
couldn't
don't
take
want
it.
to see
I
him
couldn't
play.
take that.
Nobody
I
likes the
couldn't take
Cowboys,
that.
but honestly and truthfully, he would fix that defense.
John
Well,
Green said Andy Reid is underrated.
He is
Very.
very much so.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna throw a crazy one at you that I
Mhm.
even thought about. Because you remember he was the Jets quarterback for one day and then he quit and resigned
Right.
because he didn't want.
The
What was
coach, you mean?
Yeah, Belichick.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if he came to New York?
I think their
You think
defense
it's
is
too late?
already
You think
good,
You
though.
think it's too late?
He ain't gonna do that.
If he
After the way he walked out on him the first
Yeah,
time,
he'd be a
He
fool.
can't- yeah, he can't do
him,
that
and,
again.
him and the owner don't get along.
Right, they'd be a fool.
So that's why he left
Yeah,
anyway, because he
yeah.
don't like
They'd be a fool to
Johnson,
bring
and Johnson ain't going nowhere.
Because Parcells left it, was supposedly left it.
he
for-
left, he
and
said he didn't want to follow Paul. He wanted
Right.
to create his own legacy. He didn't want to follow.
I guess
Yo,
he
had
did.
us hyped for one day.
one day.
Had us hyped, and then he resigned. I said, yo, that's crazy. That's why I never liked him after that. I never liked the Patriots. That could have been us.
Yeah,
Winning
could
all
have
those
been, but
chips.
we don't know because
Yeah.
you never know.
You never know how to
We didn't have Tom Brady. We still had
So who?
And
That's
we-
the argument.
and
Who was it? Tom Brady or was it Belichick?
I think it's a
That's what
combination.
I'm
of
talking-
both.
I know it, of course.
It's a little bit
But
of
that's
both.
how them-
It's a
them
little
two-
bit of both.
Yeah.
I
Them
mean,
two,
it
but
looked bad
then
for Belichick because
Right,
Brady
'cause then
went
he
on and
won it
still
after
won,
him,
but
right.
he didn't. So
Because he tried to say like it was him. You know what I mean? So what did Tom Brady do? Prove the wrong with the Tampa
Yeah, he
Bay
went
and
to
won it.
Tampa.
What was the
Yeah.
coach's name at Tampa Bay?
Bruce Arians.
Bruce
Oh my
Arians.
man, I like that guy. He wears Kangos backwards.
Yeah.
He's a brother.
He retired, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a consultant for them though.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. He's a
Okay.
consultant.
There's another stumbling block in Dallas, and that's Jerry Jones, as John Green retorts. So, but
Can't keep his hands off.
I mean, well,
Can't keep his hands off no matter what.
I hear that.
It's gonna be
Facebook
interesting
user, no,
who
I
they
can't
bring
see
in
your
for
name
their
now.
Defensive coordinator.
What was Bruce Arians
Send your name.
before Tampa Bay?
He was a defensive coordinator.
He was a okay.
Yeah. For Arizona.
I think it's Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
it's
defensive
Okay.
coordinator.
Yep.
Who do you think gets more head coaching job, defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator?
defense.
I agree with that too. I agree with that.
That was good.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. What do you think? Well, Watchcom I think played himself into another contract.
Who?
Baker.
Yeah, he did.
They're gonna have to give
He
it to
did.
him. He played himself into. He,
I mean, he's not a bum.
no.
He's a middle of the road quarterback. He's better than
this was he's better than a lot of people in this league. He proved himself this year. I know he's been humble throughout his career because he's been around, but he really showed up. He played well.
Places.
Four, I
He
think.
was at Cleveland before he got to Sean
Cleveland,
Watson.
Carolina,
Man,
Right.
Rams,
now,
and then here.
correct.
So
You still got to be careful with him.
yeah, you got to be careful. He's not going to be
He,
that.
he played well, but they really wasn't that good. They a lot of that was what you call it, Philadelphia not showing up because
No, but I'm not even going by that one
that's-
game. I'm not even going by the game. I'm going by the season that they had because they didn't have them for nothing. Nobody's seen that.
No, they didn't.
Like Tampa, and he made them, like I say, relevant.
And
They
that
got
was the weak.
farther
That
than
was the
what they were.
weakest
But see,
division.
that's the whole
Yeah.
thing.
That was the weakest
It's
division.
the division
Yeah.
you
Right.
had. So you make the playoffs and you get a home game because you in that division,
Right.
and they're gonna award a home game to the division
Right,
winner.
right.
But that don't make you a good team.
No,
because
they
you
don't.
9-7
True.
or
He could
whatever
throw-
it was.
He throws a nice ball though. He throw that
Yeah.
ball.
I didn't know he had that strong of an arm.
Me either. He put it on. He throw
Yeah,
that ball.
I didn't know he
man.
had that strong of an arm. I was like a little shocked.
yeah,
by
Yeah.
that.
he could throw.
He could
I was
throw.
like, oh,
Fling it.
Yeah,
okay.
he can.
Didn't we all go to that
But
game
then sometimes he
uh,
goes
a couple
brain-
years
brain-
ago?
Cleveland, the Jets.
Yeah, we
Cleveland.
all
When-
went to that game.
Yeah, when what's was
How
there.
crazy
Yeah.
was that? And
Yeah.
That's when
he-
Beckham was there.
Beckham was
Right.
on Cleveland,
Right, we was there.
That's right.
and he
I
hit
remember that
Beckham in stride.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
all
did.
the quarterbacks get hurt for the Jets that game?
Yeah,
Think so.
Well,
yeah, they had to get somebody off the corner.
I know Darnold did, and then he brought that guy Simeon in.
Darno had
Yeah.
a mono. Remember?
I think so.
That's the one with the ghost.
No, mono.
I know, but wasn't the what's the
No.
play that was the
No,
game?
Ghost
no,
game was
yeah,
New
don't-
England.
No,
No, he said he's seen ghosts.
he
He
said,
New
yeah.
England.
Yeah, he saw ghosts
New England.
after that.
Okay. I remember that too.
We'd
Beatmaster.
have loved to have had him on the Jets this year. I tell you that.
He would have been better.
Yeah.
Might have been better.
Shoot.
Couldn't have been worse. That's what I look at. It couldn't have been worse.
Obvious is that, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Obvious is that. Yo, that's gonna be interesting. Who you think's gonna sign this guy? Or who's gonna take him? Zach Wilson. Where you think he gonna end up?
I wouldn't be surprised if Jets bring him back.
No, they said they're not.
They said they're not.
They said they're not.
I still wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised.
They can't.
Because they would have to sign him to a contract.
He's better than
He would have to get paid. He would have to get paid,
He
signed
might
to
be
a
better
contract.
Simeon, but there's guys out there that they could sign. They could sign Tyrod Taylor.
if they
They
do
could
that.
sign Brisket. But
But they
that's
could
what
have
I'm saying.
did.
need
They
to
could have
do
did that at the beginning of
But
the
you
year.
can't- You can't go back into the next season.
No, I
with
get
the
that.
same
They not doing
scenario
that.
you just had.
I get
They
that.
already said they're not.
41-year-old quarterback who could get hurt on the fourth play, and you get stuck with this guy again.
Yeah.
You know what would happen in New York?
No.
They burn it down. They burn down Meadowlands stadiums if they try to
You be
pull
the
that
first
shit off.
online.
And you
Serge
know it.
Serge
And
will
I
be the
be
first
handing out
online.
matches and
Yeah.
fire sticks. Let's go, folks. Let's go. Let's burn this place down.
Serge gonna be the first
First
online.
one.
I
First
tell
one.
you, you can I can hear that.
That clown better not even be on the practice squad. I don't want to see him nowhere near the Jets.
I hear you. I agree with
He's
you.
gonna end
I
up
just had to throw
somewhere
it out there. I had to
because
throw it out
somebody's
there.
going to take a chance on him.
Right.
Because they always do take chances on quarterback, but not the Jets. They need.
Nah,
to
he's not going
write
back. They
that-
said he's
that
not going
part of
back.
the history needs to be
But
written.
Because they would have to pay him.
Yeah,
I
John Green
get that.
said the Jets have to sign a veteran backup.
But they had that opportunity at the beginning of the
Yes,
year.
they did, but they made the mistake, and they
They said they
went
didn't
with
want to.
that.
They already felt they was hurting his feelings bringing in Aaron Rodgers, so they didn't want to bring in somebody else because they felt they would have definitely lost Russo.
Cause his feelings, that
Yeah,
clown and
yeah.
shit, man. Quick.
Well, I mean, next year's gonna prove one point or another. Either Robert Saleh could coach or he can't, because he's gonna, unless, like I just said, we had the same scenario, and this guy comes in and plays 4 downs, and he's 41 years old, and he rips the other Achilles tendon instead of the one he just ripped.
You just jinxed it.
No, I'm not.
Could you
I'm
imagine
just
that
saying,
though?
the guy's
Could you
41
imagine?
years
Yeah, I know.
old.
Could you
Quit
imagine?
banking on a 41-year-old quarterback who was out for the season with an Achilles.
You know
heel.
if that happens, you can't come back to the
Another
show.
Facebook user said Jets need to make that front line
Oh,
a
that's
priority.
a priority. Yeah,
Um,
as he put that, that's a priority.
I
Yeah, I heard
think
they said they want Beckham back.
Makai Becton.
You know what?
They said that.
I could
Why?
see keeping him and moving him to the inside. You can't keep him as a tackle.
No, he can't.
Put him as a guard. You got a good left tackle. maybe he could play guard. He definitely can't play tackle. We
They
don't
said
know
they
he
get-
can't
they
play
said they
tackle.
Them quick guys go around him
keep
like
him.
he's standing still.
Yeah, but in the middle, you don't have to worry about that.
That's
the
true.
outside guy.
Yeah.
That's the tackles that's really got.
Yeah, I never thought of that if they're gonna move.
Yeah,
him
but
inside.
don't the
That's the
tackles
only way you
sometimes
can
have
keep
to when they
gotta
do
pull the guard.
they
gotta
pull.
Yeah,
He ain't pulling.
he's a big guy.
He is
He
big.
takes up space. He just can't handle the quick guys.
What
on
is
the
he
outside.
about 340 something?
Yeah,
like that?
he's something like that. So,
Jesus.
so put him in and try him. If he doesn't work out,
Cut him.
you got it right. You're gonna have to. You definitely got to shore up the line.
So what about Vera Tucker?
Vera Tucker's coming back?
He should be
Okay.
back.
He'll be back. They need to concentrate on the tackles
Right.
more than anything else. 'Cause those are the guys that really get.
John
Right.
Green
Left tackle,
said
left
they
tackle,
need to
left
use
tackle.
their first round draft pick for O lineman.
Got
Definitely.
to. Got to.
If
They
do
missed
anything
on that
else-
last year.
If they do anything else, we're gonna start the matches going
Yeah.
and wait.
But
for,
they
Dave,
can't- they can't
cannot
blow
see
that
your
pick.
name now.
They can't blow that pick.
Just type it in to the Facebook thing if you're not doing something right.
the,
Yeah.
the,
Just send your name.
the guys they keep talking about is the kid from Penn State and the guy from Notre Dame.
Hmm.
There's two guys that's supposed to be top 10
Yeah.
offensive tackles. So we'll see if they get either one of them, if they get a chance to pick either
When
one
is
of them.
the
April, I think.
Yeah, it's in sometime in April.
that's the not the
Draft?
draft. No,
Oh,
the
the
we call the
combines?
combines.
Well,
That's
mid-
after the
March.
Super Bowl, right?
That's right before. It's a couple of
March?
weeks before the draft.
Like in
Okay.
March, I think.
Okay.
Sometime in March, I
Yeah.
think.
That's another clown show.
Yeah.
How many pounds can you lift? How fast can you run?
That don't tell you what a person has in their heart.
That's true,
man.
too.
That's what I
That's
say.
true.
That's why
That's
the
a-
Jets ended up with Vernon Golston all those years ago.
Yeah, you remember
He
that?
was a physical specimen. Guy was bench pressing 225, 95 times.
It's a bum.
He was running 4.3.
It's a
Put
bum.
him on a football field, and it was like he didn't know what he was doing. But he looked good. He looked great in the uniform.
yeah.
It's a bum.
You know, it's all about evaluating talent. We'll see. I mean, Douglas has had good picks and bad picks.
Mhm.
This year, he made great picks because he really does need to get that offensive line.
Well, nobody
shored up.
has great picks all the time. I mean,
No, but you can't miss this time because you know what you need. You need offensive linemen. You got to be able to get the best offensive lineman you could get
Without a doubt.
when it's your turn to pick.
right.
There's anything else, and you insulting Jet fans.
I agree.
That's a shame.
Yeah, Top, I came over to your side.
Ah,
But Zach Wilson still sucks.
Make your first hour announcement, Dave. Get on the
All
ball.
right, y'all. So we're in the first hour of its first stop to the next stop. And it is Super Dave along with Coach Kurt,
yeah.
Serge the Sports Star, Todd the Magnificent.
You are terrible.
Okay, I got a question. I'm gonna switch it up to basketball.
Hold
Oh,
up.
here we go. Nope.
Phone lines is open.
No basketball.
516-206.
both games already.
Zero-
We got
7-11.
2 more games to do. We didn't do the Sunday games.
It's 2 more games.
Detroit.
We did that.
We talked about the Detroit game.
Yeah. Green, that's all Green talked about was the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers. But that was Saturday.
The Detroit played Tampa Bay.
Right.
Oh, I thought that game was just. All right, if y'all want to talk about it, go ahead, man.
And you still.
I
really-
think we need to cover everything.
Okay.
Talk, say your basketball thing. We need to do as we go on, and we need to expand the show. We need to do the Coach's Corner. We need to do a sports segment with the Sports Star, and we need to have a magnificent moment.
There you go. There you go.
Magnificent moment.
I thought we have one of those every time.
That's when you come in without the drink.
What about Gore's cause?
I thought that was our get it off your chest segment.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that's right.
We in 2020. We in 2024. We got to be more creative, and we got to pick up more people. So again, the Jets need to spend money and get 2 good linemen from another team,
Oh, no doubt.
and then get something out of the draft.
Yes. Everything's
All
got
right.
to be offensive line. The whole thing.
Amen. But I mean,
Free agents.
I feel like we visited this last year, and they did nothing, and whatever they did wasn't really good.
Well, Vera Tucker got hurt.
But
And it's not a justifiable argument that somebody got hurt.
the last year, no, it is because
Because it was
the guy
just
that
one
got hurt.
person.
It didn't matter about the offensive line because the guy that got hurt was the quarterback that we was depending on to run that show. Once he got hurt, everything else went out the window. That changed the whole calculation. Once you lost Aaron Rodgers 4 plays into the season, everything went out the window.
Was
It
that
didn't
was
matter.
that because of the offensive line he got hurt?
I don't know if it was offensive line or just because he's 40 years old and he stepped the wrong way. I mean, honestly, we keep losing track of the fact this guy's 40. It boggles my mind that we even went to go get him because, as y'all know, I was not down for Rodgers the whole time. I didn't care who it was.
I don't think
My
nobody
thing,
on
the
this
problem
panel-
was the
And
problem
I really
was
wanted Lamar, but
Right.
we couldn't steal Lamar from Baltimore.
the thing was they didn't have an offensive line, so why would you get him without offensive line? That's why he got hurt. Because if you remember, I think every play he had to run for his life.
Right.
Those 4 plays, so they didn't have nobody to protect. You gotta to get a guy like that, you gotta have protection,
That's true.
and they didn't have it.
They didn't have it.
They didn't have it.
This is true.
All right, and we know it's you.
But the thing with him, if he hadn't have got hurt, I believe he would have adjusted
Oh, he would have.
because
Gotcha.
he's been in the league long enough to know.
Yeah.
A couple of
I
years
don't
with Green
have-
Bay,
seen
they
it.
didn't, they didn't have offensive
3
linemen.
seconds, right?
Right,
A lot
I
of
remember.
times
They didn't have good offense. Right.
But he would whip it out there in 2
Yeah.
seconds.
Right.
Yeah.
He knows all I got is 2 seconds. I got to play smart.
I gotta get it
Yeah.
out there.
Right, I got to get, and he would have adjusted.
Yeah, he would have.
Zach Wilson, brain dead Wilson. It takes him 5 seconds just to realize he snapped the football.
And that's the first read. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to realize that the ball was snapped to him, it took him 5 seconds.
Damn.
So we was done as soon as Aaron got hurt.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry. I'm gonna be honest.
Bray did
Brain
Wilson.
dead.
Bray did
No, we
Wilson.
can't see no more.
Oh,
No,
I can't
we
go
better
back.
not.
I won't watch a game.
Okay, coach.
Don't watch a
I'm
game.
a acquiesce. What's your basketball point?
Okay,
Go for it.
I'm gonna ask Todd. This is for Todd.
Okay.
What's wrong with the Lakers?
Oh,
Man?
I knew it was coming.
What's wrong with the Lakers, man?
Turn around.
That's a legit question.
Right in the back.
Yeah, no, it's not stabbing the back. That's
stabbing
his
him in the
team.
back.
I want to know what's wrong with the Lakers, man. It's a two-part. Okay, what's wrong with the Lakers, and what do you think? What do you think
Too
will
late. I
help
answered
them?
too late.
Yeah. No.
No, he didn't hit the buzzer.
Oh.
He gave me the buzzer like I took too long. I took too long to answer that one. I don't like what
This
they
ain't
doing
Jeopardy,
this
man.
year.
We
I
got
don't
no
like how
time
they
limit.
is what you call him hurt. You more what's his name?
Time up.
The Japanese guy.
Rui Hachimura.
Hachimura. Is he hurt?
I
don't
think
know.
he came back the last.
Because I
Did he
don't-
play the last game?
I don't see him when they.
Well, he
when I
was
watched
hurt.
them,
He was hurt
He was hurt because I was like,
for a little bit. Yeah.
they not using him like they used him last year.
Right.
And I think that's missing for one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Why they not playing this guy? I don't know. Now, if he was hurt, you know,
He
what
was
I mean?
hurt for a little
But
bit.
I know he was.
I
short
thought
and
he came
changed
back
his
the
bench,
last
He
game.
started
whatever.
yesterday.
Right.
He did.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but
but
they
only-
need to
he
do
only-
some.
He only played 22 minutes.
But I don't know what's going on. Like we always talk about Thibodeau,
Right.
his substitution patterns. The
Mhm.
coach, I'm not happy with the substitution pattern. I don't like what you call him. He's playing well now, but I don't like that guy.
D'Angelo?
D'Angelo. I don't like him.
He's a scorer
yeah,
mentality.
Yeah.
34 points.
Yeah, he
yesterday.
did.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
so
like him, but it's just they don't gel together right. I don't know. They brought in too many guys at one time.
Mhm.
I mean, LeBron's LeBron. Even sometimes he make me sick because he's loving that 3-point shot.
Mhm.
And when he gets happy with that, that makes me mad.
There's nobody else touching the
Yeah,
ball.
you know what I mean. And then AD's playing very well this year.
Yeah, he
so far,
has.
he's playing very well this year.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just that they got tall guys, but they're not a great rebounding team either.
No.
And they seem a step slow all the time.
so
Loose
John
balls and
Green
everything. So
retorts it comes
I don't
down
know.
to trust with tips. So now I remember, I think what it is, and I'm not trying to change nobody's game, but like, so you just mentioned LeBron taking uncontested threes, or should we say unauthorized threes?
Hmm.
Because you said to get on your nerve.
yeah,
And you know, like
if he make that first one or second one, oh my god,
Yeah, he's gonna take
he's
a
gonna
bunch.
shoot a bunch of them after
Yeah.
that.
He's gonna keep
And I
taking
hate
them.
that.
so
I
does
hate-
he shoot them out the game with that?
Sometimes he does. Sometimes he
Because
does.
when he does it, nobody else is touching the ball. He'll
Yeah.
get the ball.
yeah.
He do this and then he
Sometimes he
dribble up
does.
and then he pull up. But
When-
I
yeah.
think I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
I think Darvin Ham has made too many changes with the starting lineup.
Too many.
Now,
agree.
whether it's because guys are hurt or he just making lineup changes and stuff like that. Now, I'm not happy. Now, I know what's name, you the point guard you just mentioned.
D'Angelo Russell.
Right. He can score.
Yeah.
He always can score. Now, does the offense flow as well? No. It doesn't flow as well through him because he's looking to score rather than set other people up. Because even when he tries to do that, he make bad passes. It flow better with Reeves, but Reeves ain't been playing that well.
I
He's
know.
been up and down.
Yeah.
And he took him out the lineup too.
Yeah, he took him
So
out.
now there's no consistency.
No, there's not. There's not.
And the guy, like you said, the guys that they brought in, Wood, and what's the other center Vanderbilt, they non-shooters. Wood is it's like
is a defensive guy.
right, he's a defensive guy, and Wood is like seems like he's allergic to rebounds too. Yeah, which is why he's talented
And been on what,
offensively.
14 teams, you said, sir?
He's been with a
18,
lot of
8
teams.
years,
18.
18.
8 years.
8 years, 18.
There's a reason why.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Of
a reason
course.
why. We all know you can score, but you're allergic to rebound and playing defense.
Playing defense.
And the other dude don't rebound either. What's the other dude with the hair?
The young
guy.
Yeah, I can't. I know
He's
you're talking
athletic, but you know,
about. Yeah, he's not rebounding.
He's not a
So I don't
rebound,
know.
big
I
time
just think
rebounder.
that mixture. Know who they miss? Schroeder.
Hmm.
They miss him.
He was on the team last year,
They miss him.
and so he took his talents.
they
to
didn't
Canada.
they didn't re-sign him.
He wanted a bigger role.
Right.
He wanted a bigger role.
Money. That's what it was.
That,
he wanted-
and he
yeah.
wanted a bigger role. He didn't want to fall back behind
Right.
what's called D'Angelo.
Right.
And I don't blame him. Because at least he plays defense.
Right, he does.
And D'Angelo don't play no
Mhm.
defense. So, and that's who they miss.
Yeah.
You know. But, hey,
But the ironic thing is, he didn't want to fall behind nobody, but he gets signs with Toronto. Toronto goes out and gets quickly, and he gets bumped right out of
And he
starting
does,
lineup.
Yeah. Well, he only signed a 1-year deal, didn't he? Because he signed late, if I remember.
I'm not sure.
I think he signed late.
So
If it's one, it's either 1 or 2 years. It ain't no big tone contract.
No, but it was.
they
it
still
was
trying to
decent
make
money.
moves. And then you got to bring somebody else new and they got to gel with the team. I don't
Right.
know. I don't see them doing nothing like last year.
Because they don't
I
want to
don't see
give
them.
up Reeves. I know that's what the,
No, I
the
think,
Yeah.
teams
I
want.
think their big thing this year, they won that in-season tournament, so that's going to be it for them.
Mhm.
Honestly, I don't see them making a lot of noise in the playoffs because they don't.
Nah, I
have
don't
And they don't
see it.
really
Make
have
no
picks.
noise.
Their pick, the next pick they got is what? 2027?
7. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Because they gave all the
They
trades.
gave all that stuff
They gave it
up.
away.
Well,
So,
I mean, not for nothing. This year, from what everybody's saying, there's nothing really coming out in the draft that anybody's excited about. So it's going to be a
Don't
hit or miss type
hit him in
thing.
draft, right.
Mm.
You either get lucky and
Right.
pick a guy who turns out to be good,
Mhm.
but there's nobody that you can say, "Oh yeah, this is
outstanding right now.
Zion,
Like
Right.
that,
This
yeah.
is Victor Wembanyama."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Guys like Patrick Ewing, and you say, "Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, I got to tank." Nobody's tanking this year because
No.
nobody worth tanking for.
I haven't seen nobody else.
No, there isn't.
Well, this time last year, did you hear Wembanyama?
Yeah,
Yeah.
This same time
yeah.
last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
You
We
was
know
hearing
about him.
him
Right.
2 years ago.
Yeah, you know about him.
Okay.
They was
Yeah.
waiting on him.
I
You don't
don't-
hear nothing about the guy on Portland.
I don't.
No,
Oh,
you don't.
Scoop Henderson.
Scoop Henderson, you don't hear nothing about him.
He's
And
either
it-
hit or
And,
miss.
and it's ironic, even like
I heard they beat
college
the
guys,
Nets twice, but no,
you knew it was coming down to Paulo Banchero or Jabari Smith.
Right.
This year, you don't know who the college guy is.
No.
They're
Nah,
talking
nah.
about more foreigners being near the top of the draft.
Yeah, I did.
than
I did
anything
hear
else.
that.
Yeah.
I did hear that. And I've watched a lot of college games this year. You
Right.
know, I've been watching.
I've been seeing this year, but I have nobody.
And I haven't
Who
seen
stand out.
stands,
no-
right? Who stands out?
I haven't seen
Nobody
nobody
stand out.
That's the
stand
Stand out.
crazy part.
Nobody.
The kid from USC, Collier,
He
they
got.
was talking about him.
They was
Those
talking
guys
about
are
hurt.
good. Both those guards they got are good, but they both got
Boogie,
hurt.
what? Boogie
Boogie
Ellis.
Ellis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them are good, but they both got hurt.
They both
But
got
both of
hurt.
them are good.
Yeah.
Boogie
Uh,
Ellis been in
Did y'all see
college for
Norm?
6 years, so
Norm said something about the guard on the Spartans.
Michigan State.
Right. The kid Welker is averaging 20 points this year. He's
I haven't
playing
seen them
pretty
play
good.
this, but they team suck this
Yeah,
year.
they
Yeah, I saw
ain't
them
they ain't
play.
been that
They,
good.
they
I
haven't
ain't
been
seen
good at
nobody
all.
else.
I haven't
They-
seen them.
They,
No,
they was on this past weekend. I saw
Right,
them.
yeah.
They ain't been that good,
Yeah.
they haven't.
and neither has Michigan. They ain't been that good
No.
either.
Hell, let's be honest. Truth be told, the most impressive college basketball player is Caitlin. She really is. She's
Yeah.
head and shoulders
Between
above
her,
everybody
her,
else.
her and the LSU girls,
Yeah.
it's them two. That's all you hear about.
The point guard at South Carolina is not bad.
Yeah.
She's not.
They
bad.
got a good team.
They're
They
going
got a
to
good
stay a good team.
So
They got a
March
great
Madness, They really got to get
We're gonna have
warmed
to
up.
see. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to see.
Yeah,
Back
we'll
around.
start seeing these teams and seeing
Yeah.
these players. You see what
You're
happens.
Don't be surprised if the same thing happens that happened last year. You get a team that nobody knows about that's got a bunch of seniors and they've been playing together for a
Mm.
long time. They
Right.
take these one and done guys and they throw them out first round,
Right.
second round, and you end up with San Diego State and FAU in the finals or something.
They
Me
had a
and-
good team last
Me
year.
and Todd had
So-
talked about this. I'm gonna ask y'all too. Kentucky, the coach, Calipari. You think he's a good coach?
I think he's a great recruiter.
Good
Okay.
front runner.
Okay. Todd think he a good
He-
coach.
You know why I think
I think he's a good
honestly,
coach.
you
I
know
just
why
think the
he's a
guys
good
don't
coach?
stay long enough.
No, they don't. They
Yeah,
don't.
That's hard.
definitely.
Right.
But there's also the other thing that the guys that he has coached,
Right.
when they get to the pros,
They good.
they ready.
They
Well,
ready.
he
They're
got
ready.
some of the top recruits in the
I
country.
get that, but
But
so
they
do other
ready.
people,
Right.
and they don't show up the way
Yeah.
Kentucky
Oh,
players
yeah,
show up.
they show up.
You got
They be ready.
big time De'Aaron Fox, Shea
It's a
Gilgis,
lot of
right?
them. It's a
Quickly.
lot
Oh,
of
I'm
them.
not debating that. But they were like the
Bam out of Bayou.
Yeah.
John Green
The
said
scrub from the
selection
Knicks.
Sunday is
That's the
in
scrub from the
6
Knicks.
weeks.
Julian Randle, he was
Yeah.
a Kentucky guy.
Wait a
Yes, he
second.
was.
Wait a second. Is
Yeah, he's
Julius a scrub?
Yeah, he's a scrub from the Knicks. I'm sorry about your hat.
That's that.
but
That's
you
all
said
right.
you got it free, so
That's that Nick hate and shit over
No,
there.
it's not
Jay.
Nick hate.
Even my man Monk for
Right,
what's it
Malik
called.
Monk,
Right.
right? He
All
played. He
those
played
guys-
with Fox, right?
Yeah, all those
So-
guys
so
that come
Anthony
out
Davis.
of that, all those
Exactly.
guys come and
Um,
Boogie
Jonathan
Cousins.
Kuminga.
Well,
What's
hold
his name?
on.
What's his name?
Cousins was good when he played.
Well, hold up. I don't want to throw no shade at you, Serge, but
Go ahead.
he's
He's
a
strong.
power forward and he scored, and he's like one of the top 3 power forwards in the game. Scored
Is he
over
a Knick?
500 points, 300 rebounds,
Is he a Knick?
over 200
Is he a
assists.
Nick?
Is that
Yeah, that's the criteria.
is that the retort
Which-
from the
yes,
Nets being
yes.
as horrible as they was yesterday?
No, we horrible. But still, is he a Nick? That's my whole thing. So now you talking to me. Remember who you talking to?
I know who we
You
talking
mentioned,
to, but
you mentioned Mets, Knicks, and Giants. And as far as I say, you went to Scrubville. So just
Damn.
that's how it is. It's been that way my entire life. So
I hear you, brother.
but
you've always
and I don't
hated
have
the
nothing
Knicks.
against always.
You wasn't
all
always
three
a
of
net fan, though.
Yeah, since the ABA days. Since
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
I've always been a net fan.
Okay.
and how does that work for you?
It worked lovely in the ABA. Hasn't worked so great in the NBA. We had a couple of years there where we was in the finals.
Well,
Yeah,
there was only 2 teams in there. Come on, in the ABA, it was only 2 teams.
Nah, they were good. They had good teams. They were very good.
They had just as much talent as the.
They did. They
A-
had good
as the
talent.
They
NBA.
did have good talent.
They had good
I
And
talent.
can't
that's the
take nothing
reason-
away from
that's
the
the
ABA.
reason the NBA took them in
Because
because
they saw
knew-
that. They know they had
knew
good
that
talent.
The stars was all
Right.
in the
They
ABA.
couldn't sustain the whole of the league, so like the teams was going by the wayside.
Money
Virginia
wise.
Squires,
Right.
Memphis Tans, the Utah Stars.
Oh yeah, but they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right.
They
They didn't have the
went
But
money.
you also had the Denver Nuggets.
Pittsburgh,
But a lot of great players
Conquistadors.
came out of there
You
though.
had the Denver Nuggets, you
Lot.
had the Indiana Pacers, you had San Antonio Spurs,
Yeah.
and you had the Nets.
A
And
lot,
those 4 teams was going to sustain because they had
a
stars.
lot of
and
talent.
it was-
A lot
yeah.
of talent was in that.
It
area.
was.
A lot.
It
used to
was.
watch
I
that
take
league.
nothing away from
I
it.
used to watch that.
Kentucky
league.
Colonels.
Yeah.
Don't tell your age.
That's
Denver,
okay.
Denver Nuggets.
I'm not
That's
talking about you.
Oh.
Talking about him.
Oh.
But you neither.
I'm the youngest.
He's
here,
the youngest.
So, yeah, what you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
So if he's showing his age, you
You
know the
did-
deal.
all right. You know what I mean? Please.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no,
But,
but seriously, I've always been a Yankee Jet Nets fan.
I'm still.
But listen,
My
yo,
problem
I hear
is.
you.
My problem is.
So
I don't
take it
understand.
personal.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
I don't understand how
Absolutely
they
not
let
taking
Randall
it
wear that
personal.
number. That's my problem.
I'm
I
gonna just be a
can't-
sports fan, and I'm not trying to.
I'm not a Knicks fan.
I'm not
We got
trying to
Kings. We got
describe.
Bernard King's
Bernard
number.
King's number.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yes.
Well, I'll say it's
That's
horrible.
horrible.
because Bernard was a Net, so yeah, that's
If
horrible.
Bernard had stayed with them,
That's horrible.
they wouldn't have gave that number out to him.
I don't know if you ever now and then you'll be on your phone and you'll get reels
Yeah.
about, but you hear what they say about this guy that plays the other. Dominique said he was scared to death to play.
I
against
saw
him.
that.
Scared
saw
to
that.
death. Even Larry Bird and them said,
Yeah.
yo, this guy when he played,
Mm-hmm.
yo, the most prolific
Scorer.
scorer
Mm-hmm.
and that small forward in that time.
Right.
Yo, they let Randall. How's that number not in the rafters?
Because he left them.
Hey,
When he got hurt, after he got hurt.
excuse me, sir.
He left
Just
them.
because you raise your
They
voice
just-
don't mean they're gonna put in the rafters.
He started
He said they left, so they didn't sign him. They got rid of him.
Well, remember, he wasn't they wanted him around the team to work out.
He
with
was working out.
and he was working out his own, and he was doing, he was doing his
Came
own
back
thing.
for a sneaker contract.
Right.
They soured on him.
They
And,
did
and,
sound.
and again,
And the Knicks do that.
and
anyway.
again, let's just keep it a buck. How many people agree with what management does along any sports line?
They don't. They don't. Well, they take,
We could turn to you and just go straight for your nets, straight for the juggler. Look at what they do. Do they make intelligent moves?
No.
All right, Coach
but you,
Kurt,
ain't- no,
you
they,
up next. Stop.
No, they don't.
Let me get at you. The
Go ahead.
Mets.
Go ahead.
The Mets. What they do?
They don't make intelligent moves
Say
either.
less. All right.
That's like you said. That's every team.
All right. So yeah.
Oh, so the guy that y'all just signed, Stormy, who talk shit, and y'all sign him.
No, but no, wait. Let's get to the real point of this.
Okay.
Who are the dumbest ones out of all of them? Your Knicks. Your Knicks
Well-
make more bad moves than any team in history.
Just a second.
You sign guys.
Wait.
You
Stop
that was
the
at
cap.
the point
Wait
where
a
they
second.
were signing guys that
Sir,
were stars
Terrence,
from
hold up.
other teams and turning them
Hold-
into nobody.
Wait a second.
No, they were the same guy.
I'm not-
They just didn't play here. That's all.
I'm
They're
not
the
trying
same
to
guy.
deflect.
You be the same guy, and your game is an all-star level at one place, and now all of a sudden you're a scrub.
What
in
guy did they
another.
sign was an all-star before he got here, and then he was. What happened? Same one guy.
Truck Robinson.
Chuck Robinson was. Now he wasn't an all-star
He
when
was
they
an
signed him.
all-star,
He was a hook and a walk in
He
the
was
dump
a
truck.
6'6"
What are you talking
power
about?
forward.
Right.
Hey, come on.
but he was an all-star.
For the
With
offense
the
that
Bullets,
Phoenix.
he was also.
No, I'm talking about when he was at Phoenix, because they got him
Oh,
when he
in
came
Phoenix,
from
right.
Phoenix. He was a 6'6" power forward. The way they ran their offense was different than what the Knicks ran. So when he came here, he didn't adjust to what they was doing. So it
I
makes
think he
it
was
makes a big
I think he
difference.
was kind of jealous of
how many
Bernard
guys
too.
adjusted?
Well, look at the guys that some of the Knicks
Sidney
drafted.
Wicks,
You drop.
John Green.
Look at
Detroit.
what's the guy? Kenny Walker, right? He could jump. He was athletic and that, but
He was
he-
horrible.
But wait a minute, he wasn't a wing type of guy in college. He wasn't. He was a turnaround baseline jump shot. That was his game. When
That
he
was a
came to
poor
the
pick. They
right,
should've-
it was a poor pick. 'Cause when they got him,
You ain't got to go that far back then. How about Kevin Knox?
What
What
about
kind of
him?
decision was that?
That
he was an
terrible.
outside shooter.
And you brought him in and he was garbage.
Didn't Phil
He
Jackson draft him?
He didn't hit the shots. You got to make
That was
shots.
Frank Nicolino.
He got time.
That's the next name, Frank Nicolino.
Well, that was a fucked up.
Come on,
Excuse
man.
my language, but that was a bad pick because you getting this guy who he's still in the
Exactly.
league. He's still in the league. He's still in the league.
No, we wasn't talking.
No, but
Calvin
that was
Perry
before
wasn't the coach.
Calipari. He was
That was
before
before.
Calipari
that was
wasn't the
before
coach.
Calipari.
Kyler
Knox
Perry was still in junior high
Knox
school.
was.
But that was just
Right.
one.
That was just one pick
No.
because
I
I
don't
didn't
think
want
he should
them.
have came out.
Was that
anyway.
the same pick?
I don't
Same.
think
he
was
wasn't
ready.
ready.
That
I
was
don't
the
think
same
he
one that
should've came
Mike on Denver. What's his name?
D'Antoni?
No.
Jokic?
The
Oh,
player.
Michael Porter.
Michael Porter came out, and I didn't want the Knicks to pick him because he had a bad back, and he didn't play for basically 2 years.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now he's a star.
He's a good player.
He's a good
I
player.
wouldn't say he's a star. He's a good player.
He's a good player.
He's on the wrong team. Because if you put him on another team, he'd be a much better player than he is. But
You
he's
think
got-
so?
Yeah,
No.
there's no way he's gonna take the shine off of Nikola and Murray.
Of course not.
He's got to
Play your role.
He's got to be the right. He's got
Well,
to
he
play
good.
the
He
role.
play-
Just
he's
like
good with
Aaron
that,
Gordon got to play the role.
Right.
Both of those guys are being submissive because of the fact
They
that
wanna
they
win.
know that- right. They
You
want
wanna
to win.
Right.
Exactly.
Aaron Gordon
But
knew that when
they
he
could
came
go to
over there.
They
Right.
could go to other teams and be much better players than they are, as far as statistics go, than they are. for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, I agree with that as far as statistics go. Yes, but I just think
What they be missing, what Serge is saying, and I know for the years past, the Knicks be missing on their draft.
they do. They
And
do.
then the guys they don't pick, the guys that they could have get when they go to other teams, they be balling, man.
So Anthony
Yeah.
Green said that the worst trade the Knicks made was when they gave up the house to get Melo. John Green said Frank was the only point guard that they put that the ball over midcourt and wanted the ball out of his hands as quick as possible. But
he's still in the league.
but
Who's
with
that?
that, Frank Ntilikina,
He's still in the league.
where is he on?
Where's he at?
He
Last
was
I
on.
know, he was on Dallas.
He was on Dallas.
Last
No.
I
I think he's still there.
No,
Last
Yeah,
I know, he
you
was
better
on
look that
Dallas.
one up.
I think-
Last year he played with Dallas.
I think he's with Charlotte.
We'll look it up.
I'm okay.
I know
okay.
last year he was on Dallas.
I'm okay with it. Y'all check Charlotte first. He's not in Dallas.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm okay with.
Yeah. Well, if he's still in the league, he's still in the league.
If he's
So he's
there.
a bum.
He might. Well,
He said he's damn with you.
He's a bum. You don't take
Yeah.
not take what you
Somebody's
call.
right. He's playing for Charlotte.
I,
Okay.
You
I'm
don't
right.
take you don't take.
So he's still in the league.
Yeah, he's still in
I
the
think
league.
he's in street clothes on the bench.
How you don't take Mitchell was beyond me. And I watched that guy play the last 2 years at Louisville,
Mm.
and I seen this guy play and what he did at Louisville. And you don't take him. You take this guy. Yeah,
So-
I'll tell you the funny thing about that draft. Me and my cousin was talking on the phone,
Mhm.
and he when the Knicks before the Knicks was gonna pick, we joked about watch they take some guy from France like they
John Green said he's injured.
Who?
Oh, okay.
That Ntilikina is injured.
We
okay.
said that.
Right.
And
I don't know how you
and when
get
the
injured
Knicks
and you're
when
not
the Knicks
playing.
came up and drafted him, we both just started laughing and hung up the phone on each other. Joe just said they got to take somebody for France. And and the crazy part about that for me was you let Phil Jackson do the draft, and then after the draft you fired.
Yeah.
Why you let him do the draft? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
Well,
It's just
again,
crazy.
it started, and then surgery talk was like he was trying to fire me. I don't take it personal. I'm with the Knicks. On the day, it's also Kurt is also a Knicks fan, and I'm not trying to throw
Yes,
him no
I am.
shade
Yes,
because
I am.
I can stand as a Knicks fan on my own, and I agree that they make some of the boneheaded mistakes, and just like how you don't like Jock Vaughn as the coach, I'm not over enthused with Thibodeau. He's got them going in the right direction, but to me, I don't think he has what it takes. And well, and I hope you prove me wrong to get them to that elite level, like the championship or getting out of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay,
So-
let me throw this out. Like he bring a good idea about the coach. Remember when they wanted to hire Steve Kerr,
The Knicks?
Yeah.
Right,
and he went to Golden State
right.
because was Jackson the GM then?
Yes,
I think it
Right.
was.
yes, he
Right.
was.
And
Yeah.
he tried to get Steve Kerr, but Steve Kerr, of course, I'm gonna go where the Bellatana is.
Right.
Because if he came here, I don't think they would have been any better.
No, they wouldn't.
They didn't have the
They
talent.
don't got no players.
They had Melo at the time.
Because nobody wants to come here.
Right. That's the problem. It has nothing to do about the management, because management has still, I mean, the owner, he gave the reins up. Yo, y'all handle this. I'm gonna hire this guy. Just whoever the GM is, let him run the thing. But if you're not getting the talent and the superstars of the games are not coming to New York,
What are you gonna do?
what you gonna do? You got to go to that second and third tier guy, and those guys are
and
gonna take the money.
hopefully you hit a home run in the draft.
Right.
But
And
all right,
that hasn't
And
happened.
that
so
hasn't
let,
happened.
let me throw this. But how horrible was that when Phil Jackson was never a GM?
Right.
And he tried to get him to coach, and Phil was like, "No."
I don't wanna
And
coach.
and
Right.
Dolan was like, "Here's a blank check. What do you want to do?" And, oh,
They were
I want
they
to
were
take
desperate.
your money.
They
Trying to
were
get who
desperate.
to coach.
They wanted
Phil.
Phil Jackson to coach.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't want
He
to
didn't want
coach.
to coach someone.
So they, like he said, basically what Dave said is like, okay, we'll give you what you want. Be the GM. Half the time he was sleeping on the bench,
Right,
watching
right.
watching the practices. And
He
stuff.
just took their money and
He
ran
took their money.
and got what's going
Right.
paid too. Fisher paid too.
Oh
and
my
they cut
God.
out.
Now that was
Gave
that was
boy
a
$5
disgrace.
million a year,
So,
$25 million.
Because
But-
they hired some bum coaches.
Yeah.
But in the interim, was Porzingis a bad pick?
No,
No, I won't
He's
say
not.
he
Jackson
was.
did that, and I'm not
He
trying
wasn't a
to.
bad pick.
I'm not trying to pass no credit on to nobody or anything like
But
that.
then he didn't want to stay there when it was time for him to get paid. He didn't want to stay there no longer. So
Exactly.
that's
You-
management,
You just
Yeah.
proving the point about how bad management is.
right? Because he
You
didn't want to
had
stay
the
there.
Unicorn,
I
and you
don't,
traded him away.
I don't have
wait a
to.
minute, wasn't he hurt?
I'm not
He got
defending
hurt,
him.
but he said he didn't want to
Understand.
stay there. He
But
left.
he was hurt.
They got into a heated argument,
Yeah,
but
but
I
people
don't.
What
get
happened
hurt.
was-
You don't
no,
give
what
up on
happened
the guy
was-
'cause he get hurt.
No, you don't know. No, no, no.
If you're
He-
asking for more money, yes.
No. That wasn't it.
Okay,
He got mad
right,
when they got rid of Carmelo.
okay,
He didn't want them to trade Carmelo.
right.
He wanted them to sign him. And when Carmelo, they wasn't gonna sign him when he left, he got mad and he said he's not staying.
Okay,
That's what happened. And then they disrespected his brother. Something happened with the brother.
Yeah,
and
Right,
but
right.
Porzingis listened to his
disrespected the
brother. John
and they
Green
say, "Yo,
just
we getting
added
outta
that in.
Yeah.
But like, come
Yeah.
on.
But he didn't want
So-
Carmelo was helping him,
right.
was teaching him. And when they didn't sign him back, he got mad.
So when we look at the world of sports and we just try to analyze these things, how many GMs, coaches, frontline office people make hideous mistakes.
A lot of them do.
And again,
The
like
Knicks just keep doing it.
we was having a conversation the other day. So right. So the Knicks haven't won since 73. And some of us remember that. But in the interim,
You like that one?
right, all along the way, they had jacked up people as coaches,
Yeah, they sure enough
jacked
did.
up people in upper management. They were the pits.
Mhm.
In comparison, well,
Well, he got
Isaiah,
everybody
I didn't think
paid.
the Steph thing was a bad deal.
He got
I
everybody
thought
paid.
the coach when he was there was a bad deal.
Who was the coach at the time? D'Antoni?
D'Antonio.
Yeah.
How you sit him on the bench? Remember we went to that game? He sat
opening
him.
night.
Opening night, he sat him.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Come on. And then gonna come to him, you want to play? Are you serious?
He had on under his warm up. He had on Tim's and street clothes.
I couldn't believe that shit,
Yeah, he's
man.
crazy. Nah, he wasn't a good fit.
He
for that
playing
either.
them during the preseason. When the season started, he sat him on the
But
bench.
that was when Isaiah fell out of flavor,
Right.
and then but it was crazy because again, Stephon, and I don't really want to say anything bad, but the truth of the matter was that he was running the place like it was the insane asylum. He was going up there just doing
Who, Isaiah?
no Stephon.
Stefan.
He
Oh,
was going up in the front office doing egregious things, asking for this, asking for that. And that's where that Alika Brown situation with Isaiah got blown up, and it was just horrible. And they had to clean up their act.
oh, for sure.
So
For sure.
I mean, you know,
Because I think that, like this the thing like we were talking about Porzingis, I get they realize he's not a number one guy. So
No.
he had to have a star next to him
Right.
because everywhere he went after that, up
Yeah.
until even when he go to Boston, he didn't have to play the number
he's
one.
not the
guy.
number one guy. No,
He's not the number
No,
one
he's
guy.
not.
but would you love him on your team?
I take him.
Yeah,
if
I'll
you got
take him
a
on my
good
team.
team around him,
yeah, I'll
he
take him.
fits
what
in with
about
him.
you, Serge? Would you take him?
Yeah, I would.
Porzingis?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, he can
All right.
play.
yeah, he can
He
play.
can play.
Yeah, he can play.
Yeah, you got to have pieces
There's
around
gonna,
you.
do.
there's gonna
And he
be
shines
nights,
on that
there's
one.
gonna
Yeah.
be nights that he's not gonna show up, but there's also a lot of nights he's gonna show up and give you 30.
Right.
He's gonna give
Right.
you 10 rebounds. He's gonna give you 6 blocks.
Mhm.
He's gonna play. But my thing is, you keep saying that he's not a number one.
He's not.
When was the last time the Knicks had a number one?
Carmelo.
What's that?
That
long
that
ago
didn't
was
work.
that?
That didn't work too good for us.
What do you mean? They made the playoffs. They got to the second round, didn't they?
They
Well,
did that
yeah.
last year.
But they changed the team the following year.
I don't
That
know.
year, they got to the second round. They lost to Indiana. They changed the entire team the second year after that.
What you talking about that?
With Carmelo, remember they had at the beginning that they had Rasheed Wallace,
Oh yeah.
they had Kenyon
When they had all
Martin,
those guys, and then
right?
yeah, the next year
and
they
next
changed
year
everybody.
all those dudes were.
Yeah.
Kid was on the team,
Wait
Yeah.
a second. Wait a second. Every one of them guys was on their last leg.
but they got to
Every
the
one
second
of them guys
round.
that you mentioned.
They even had what's the white boy that could shoot? They had him, Steve
Thank-
something.
That guy,
Steve Novak.
Novak. He
Novak.
went to school with
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade.
Novak. Yeah,
Right.
he could shoot.
He
They
can
got rid.
shoot.
They didn't even bring him
They
back.
didn't bring him back.
I was shocked they didn't do that.
Raymond Felton
let him
was
go-
on
yeah.
the team. They
They
changed that
yeah.
whole team.
No, Raymond Felton wasn't on the team because Raymond Felton.
Oh, he was there before Carmelo
in
got
the
there.
But they brought him
Carmelo
back after
deal.
that. Right.
All right. So, and again, we're talking about the GMs. I don't even know who the GM was then when this happened and it came apart at the seams.
Well-
It didn't even matter. They was horrible.
Well, Carmelo kind of forced it. They didn't have to do it because he was a free agent.
He was coming anyway.
That's
So
what
they
I'm
didn't
saying.
need to do that to change
Right,
the
they
whole
didn't
team.
have to.
Because
They
he
didn't
said
have
he
to.
wanted to come home anyway.
Right.
They
Well, then
should've
you
just
could have
waited.
They could have waited till the end of
Yeah.
the season
Yeah.
and then paid him that money.
Yes.
Because he was a free agent.
Yes. They
I didn't
had to do
understand that, but they
Yeah.
messed
They
it up.
panicked.
Did it because they needed to make a splash.
They panicked.
Making a free agent sign is not a splash.
When you know he wanted to
but
come
they
there
needed
anyway.
something right away because they was terrible.
Right.
Well, here go the question.
And
Now,
everybody in America knew Carmelo wanted to come to New York.
Right.
well,
So
moving.
he kind of forced their hand in a way too.
He did.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
He
He
did.
did.
Come get me.
Right.
did.
But if you're strong
And he saw that.
and you New York, well, he want to come here. We could wait.
So
Yeah, but see, that's
shout
the
out
whole
to
problem.
Post,
You
who-
New York. You
shout
got
out
a
to
guy
the
that
bearded
wants to
one
come,
Right.
who
but
said
those guys don't
fire.
want to come nowhere near.
That's
But,
true,
but
too.
but if you think about it now,
They had to jump on Carmelo. They had no choice. They really did. They
Right.
didn't have no choice.
So if you had to do all over again with your teams, so Raymond
With my
Felton
team,
was
the
welcome
Nets?
out
When
when he
that's-
was caught yawning when he was a player again,
Oh.
getting upset late in the game.
Yeah, but when they brought him back, he was fat.
So,
He was not in shape and what of that. I
have
remember
you
that.
seen him lately?
Right. Oh, his face looked fat, man. He looked like a fat
He
balloon.
ain't playing ball no more. What do you
Well-
expect him to look like?
I'm not. I just said, have you
Yeah,
seen him
yeah,
lately?
he do. He do. I can't. I'm sitting there. Just
So
talking
all,
junk.
all I'm saying is, if you, with your current team, if you needed a quick fix, what individuals or one or two tops that would you take to improve your team?
Right now?
Right now, you
Right,
talking?
correct. And we're not talking about you yet.
Okay,
We're going to start
I'm
with
top.
the Lakers,
Okay.
then we'll go to the Nets.
Oh, I'm third.
Well, I don't know really who's available like right
That was
now.
John Green.
You know, I don't.
Just who?
Oh.
would
What
you-
NBA franchise has gone the longest without a title?
I think we need. I think for me, for my team,
Charlotte hasn't been around as long as the Knicks.
for my team,
Won
But the Knicks
title
been to the
since
final.
60.
Right, but the Knicks have been.
I need.
73.
You need a. They
Title.
need. They need a
60
strong
years,
guard.
that's
They
what I'm
need.
saying.
They need a strong guard on their team.
50,
Somebody
50
that could
years.
take the ball out of LeBron's hands. That he don't have to have the ball all the time.
He ain't giving.
I
that
need
up.
a. That's what they need.
Right.
That's
Hey,
what
they're
they
true.
need.
I
And let
think
him
that
do
was
all the
part of the
things.
conversation that we had last night that I wanted to talk to you about earlier and before the show started.
That's what the Lakers need.
Right.
They need a guy. Okay, you remember when they talked about when they played in Cleveland when they had Kyrie
Right.
and LeBron used to defer to him.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? They need a guy like that right now on their team
Yeah.
that he could do that with. So this way he could save himself like for the fourth quarter, do
Right.
what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of guard that they need on their team right now.
I'm
And-
asking you. So, like,
Yeah.
would it be DeMonte Murray, or would it be,
No,
or could you name somebody?
I don't know
Or-
who's out there like that. I'm like,
I
You
mean,
talking
it's
about-
quite sure there's somebody you could use. Like, all right, so we're gonna
but you
defer.
got to make it. I
we're
can
gonna
name any
defer to-
guard, but they got to be available. I just don't want to say a guard who's not available. You
we
know what
do
I'm saying?
that
They
all
got to
the
be.
time with the
I'm
Knicks.
talking about somebody.
You know,
who's
we always
legitimately
want somebody
Let
to
me ask you-
get him.
Because I can take. I can take. I'll say
Donovan Mitchell.
get Curry or somebody. I mean, I can do that, but I know that ain't gonna happen.
But let me ask you a question. Do you also think that because he do like LeBron do accept coaches that he can pretty much
Respect.
Manipulate.
when there you go.
Well, you want to say manipulate?
Well, only
Respect-
the
I
only
feel
guy
what you're
I
saying.
think that had a good word and a strong word with him was Tyronn
Tyronn
Lue.
Lue, yeah.
And that was it.
All right, the
All the other
Sacramento
dudes, he pretty much
Kings.
do what he fucking
They
want.
Well, I
last
don't think
won
in Miami
as
either,
the
though.
Rochester
Not in Miami.
Royals in 1951.
Not in
Left.
John Green on the
I mean,
answer.
he
Well,
got a
he's
thing,
one
he
because
left.
he wasn't because Riley ain't gonna let that happen.
No, he
All
ain't.
right, so again, did you get that?
He wanted more say. And
Coach
Riley-
Riley ain't gonna let that happen.
So,
What you say?
so John
thought you was
Green,
on here.
no, John Green retorted with the answer. The Sacramento Kings. They last won as the Rochester Royals
Rochester.
in 1951.
Okay.
So that's the longest NBA team without a winning.
Jalen Wilson.
So what's
Ooh.
what's that? The excuse for why the Knicks ain't the worst ones because they haven't been as long as the Kings?
I'm looking at
I don't know. So I'm looking at yours. Is this your answer, sir?
What's that?
I'm bringing in Jalen Wilson and Clowney up from the G League, and I need KD back. Benny
Jalen Wilson
Smith
from
and Royce O'Neal
OKC?
gotta go. Sit them down. Give me Trey Young at PG. Is that you?
No, that ain't.
Okay.
I ain't answer that.
Oh.
'Cause my-
Oh,
'cause my-
Raise your hand if you're sure. You a Nets fan?
all of y'all.
yeah,
all
he's
of
he
y'all,
got a net shirt on.
all of y'all know
Why?
what my answer is.
What
My
is,
answer is simple.
what is it?
Get rid of Chuck Vaughn.
Exactly. That's the one move
Oh, so-
that
so-
I would make as a Knick.
So if they get a
if I
different
had-
coach,
If I had
right,
a chance to get Kenny Atkinson back,
right.
even though he's not available, I don't care. I'm going to put
Why,
him
why
in
would
my
he be available?
because my
He's-
man McDifferson wants to go with guys who are available. I don't know if he's available or not.
He's assistant coach.
But I would bring
It's different for assistant coach.
Kenny Atkinson
Why
back.
you would
and
say
John
no? You a
Vaughn
Net fan? That was the best coach I had. No.
John Vaughn is doing exactly what. So do I need a mic?
You can step up and
We
yes.
can hear you.
John Vaughn is doing exactly what Kenny's doing. He wants 53s a game. That's what he wants. That's his goal. 53s a game. We don't have Steph Curry's on the team to be shooting 50.
That's the NBA now.
Right.
That's the NBA. That's the way the NBA is. Because Boston jacks them up too.
Every team.
Yeah,
Every team.
Right.
but we
Every
don't have- See,
team.
this the thing. We
Right.
don't have those guys to do that. We don't.
So if you don't have those guys to do that, then you got to make. Then as a coach, you can't coach that way.
Listen, exactly.
You can't coach that way.
This is my point.
You got to adjust. You got to adjust to the talent that you
That's
have.
what Kenny was doing.
But they had a team back then. That's a
No,
different
did not
team.
have a team.
They had
were
the-
winning.
they-
They were winning.
They
were
had
playing
those
well.
young guys. They had what's the guy on Cleveland?
Jared Allen,
Jared Allen,
Right.
Karis LeVert.
Caris LeVert. Right.
They had better players.
Listen,
Right.
he gave them up for the big three.
Yes, they
Yeah.
did.
Which I understand why they did it, whatever.
Right.
But once they got there, Kenny, you knew Kenny was out.
Yeah, they
Because they wasn't-
and who do they bring in?
Well, hold on. They
Right.
brought in Steve Nash. All right, this is their problem.
Right.
Why you keep bringing rookie coaches for?
But why
experienced
did
players
they
that's been to
why
the
did they
prime
do that?
The-
Because KD
They wanted
and
him.
Kyrie wanted him.
So they could do
Kyrie-
what they
wanted-
want.
John
They wanted-
Green
right,
said
they
that.
wanted a coach that they would listen to them and they don't have to listen to. him.
John Green
They
said
can't
that
have to
Atkinson is the
guy.
best coach the Nets had.
Hold on.
He
KD
was.
and
I thought
Kyrie
he
got him
was.
fired.
I agree.
You don't agree with that?
I agree.
Listen,
I agree with
I
that.
agree.
Me too.
they was winning when Nash
Okay.
was there. They was winning when Vaughn was there.
Okay.
Remember, them dudes got hurt. You know what I'm saying? When Nash was there, they was not throwing up 53s a game. They was doing what they supposed to do. Hit their mid-range, hit their mid-range jumpers, and then you had Watanabe, what's his name? Watanabe or whatever.
Harden?
No, the
Asian-
Japanese.
Oh, the Japanese guy.
He was hitting his threes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Watawami?
And
Whatever.
John Green said they
Not
got
only
Nash
that,
fired
but
too.
Harris was throwing up threes.
Harris was pulling the playoffs.
He was.
He's
He
a
was.
bricklayer
He
in the
was.
playoffs
But
before Nash got
they
there.
was
Where is
still
he now?
putting up-
Anybody know?
He
cares?
from Detroit Pistons.
Okay, yes, that's
One of
correct.
the record- one of the
That is
records in the
correct.
league.
That is
They
correct.
were still
For now.
putting up a lot of threes even when they was playing. That's
When-
the
when they was
NBA.
with Nash, they
All right,
was
let me give you
doing-
this question. Let me give you this question. Let me give you this
He
question.
don't even play.
Let me throw this at you. Who would you want to coach your team right now?
Yeah, that was the question.
It's a good question.
Who would you want
That's
to?
a
Who
good
you want?
question.
You gotta get back to us next week with that.
Listen, I'm willing to give JB a chance.
Who?
Jacques Vaughn.
Oh, Jacques
I'm willing
Vaughn.
to give Net fans call him JB. All right.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm willing to give JB.
What is that? Junior varsity?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
You willing to give?
You
a
said
chance?
it right.
I'm willing to
You
give
said
him a
it.
chance right now.
Why?
But he is because Kenny had a chance. So I'm willing to give him a chance because he's got players that's young.
His best thing is this.
Hold on. Listen, he is making mistakes.
What'd he do?
He is making mistakes. If I can do it over, I want an experienced coach. We wanted the Boston coach, but he had the sex scandal.
Right. That's
You
the
know what I'm saying?
mistake they made. They should have
Right.
went and
They
got
should-
him.
you should have got
They
him.
was
You
afraid to
scared.
get. They was afraid to get.
You scared.
got him.
Why was you scared and Houston wasn't scared?
Exactly.
I was saying that last year
Because-
when he was available.
You
Because-
absolutely did.
Right.
The time
He did say that.
The time wasn't right at that time. It just happened at the wrong time.
It had to wait to die down a little
Right.
bit. It
But
had to
even,
wait.
even with that, they didn't have to give Jacques Vaughn the extension. They could
Right,
have
yeah.
waited
I
and then
agree
did
with
what
you.
Houston did and took him anyway.
Yep.
I agree with you.
So who we
But
go
now
with
he's
now?
here.
Who we go with now?
He's with
Now he's
Houston.
here.
No, I'm
willing
saying
to
what
give
you
him
go.
a
Who,
chance.
Oh,
we-
who I go with
Right.
now?
yeah, who you go with now? Who you go with now?
I'm telling you, I'll be honest with you, and this is gonna sound really crazy too. I would go ahead and let Kevin Ollie step up as the head coach and let Jacques Vaughn be his assistant.
That's not a bad answer.
No, it's not. That's not.
It's
good.
not a bad answer.
That's not a good answer, man. What kind
What's
of
wrong with
what,
Kevin Ollie?
what kind of head
Kevin
coach?
Ollie-
What kind of head coach experience Kevin Ollie got
He
other
was-
than college?
Well, that's where you start
He was
from.
at
College.
And
Other than college.
And what's the problem with
I'm
that?
talking about in the
What did
pros.
Jacques Vaughn
In the
have?
pro, he coached. He
he was
coached.
an assistant coach at Orlando.
Assistant.
He got the head coach. He had the head coaching job for a
In
little bit.
Orlando too.
At
he did.
Orlando.
What, intern?
Yes, but he's still a head coaching job.
Well, he
I
had to
agree.
learn on
I
the
agree
bench,
with
too,
you,
Jeff.
Serge.
I don't know about Kevin Ollie.
I agree with you, Serge.
I don't know about Kevin Ollie.
I think they need a different voice. I really
and
do. I
I-
don't think
They
his
may need a
voice
different
is-
voice, but I don't think
I
Kevin
think his
Ollie's the
voice is
answer.
resonating right now.
I agree they need a different voice, but I don't know about Kevin Ollie being the answer to that.
Well, you already
They
got
need
him
some
in
more
there.
players,
and-
too.
and if you can't
Is
get
he the
nobody
lead?
else,
Is he
put
the
him up.
assistant lead coach?
I believe he is.
So and the question originally was the changes you would make on the
You
team
said
as
team,
far as
right, you
players,
said team.
and you saying that all you need to do is extract the coach and put somebody else in his place,
And I think they
and you
got
get better results.
Honestly, I think so. I believe they could get better results under
But
somebody
let
And
me
else.
what
ask
do you
this
think?
question.
They not
Slick.
they got talent.
So then why are they not playing better
Let me
then?
say this. Let
You
me-
saying they got
Because he's not-
talent?
He's not. What he's saying is true, but he's not. He's not calling timeouts at the right time. He's not freaking subbing the right cats in. He's doing what Kenny was doing.
Wait a minute.
We talking about
Hold on.
Vaughn, right?
I can't-
Yes.
I'm
Come on,
not-
JB.
I'm not
No,
doing
no.
what Kenny was doing.
No.
Kenny was a good coach. Y'all guys are killing
No,
me with that.
Kenny,
I'm
I
not
thought Kenny
Nah,
was
yeah,
a good
yeah, yeah.
coach.
Kenny was a good
Let me
coach.
tell you something.
Kenny was a
You
good
not
coach.
watching the games?
Who was? I was watching those games back
I'm
then
watching
when
the
he was
games.
coaching. No, I'm not talking about Vaughn. I'm talking about when Kenny was
Yo, let me
coaching.
tell what
You saying
Let me
Kenny
tell
wasn't
you
a good
something.
coach?
You know how many times them Knick games? I used to watch some Knick games in Porzingis and who the other big man they had when Porzingis was there?
Tyson Chandler?
No, the white dude. He was getting all the rebounds all the time.
No, you talking about Enes Kanter.
Enes
Kanter.
And Porzingis is in the game,
Right.
and we got Hollis Jefferson at center. This is Kenny Atkinson. He's getting them, letting them play them dudes, and they finishing the game with 20 rebounds.
Well, who do they have at center? Who do they have?
Hollis Jefferson, 6'7".
Who else did they
This was-
have?
No, listen. He was playing small ball. We had Jared Allen. We had a few tall guys on the team.
Okay, if you got Jared Allen,
Oh,
right.
listen. He's putting 6'7" guys in center because he's trying to play the small ball
Right.
throughout the game. Shoot threes, shoot
I
three.
don't remember.
I don't know if y'all seen the.
Yeah, I
There was a
remember
Din-
that.
Listen, there was a Dinwiddie interview when he won the game at the buzzer. He had a mid-range shot. And when they gave him the interview, he's like, yo, I was scared to shoot the ball because I was looking at Kenny, because Kenny wants him to shoot a three. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
These are the things that used to happen. It still happen now. Why you up by, you down by one, and you got your man shooting a 3-point shot? That burns me up.
Let me
All
ask you a
right,
question.
John Green. We didn't want to mention that
Yeah. Hold on. Let me ask. Yeah.
about the
right,
Nets loss
right.
yesterday.
Now the other day they went on what's the name went on a 22 zip run.
Clippers.
That's the coach's fault, right?
No, that has nothing to do with the coach 100%.
Why not?
Because
If you blame it, if you're blaming him for the other stuff, why is he not taking the blame for that one?
The players still gotta make their baskets. But check
It's wait a minute.
Listen,
Oh, no, you had to say. Let me say something right there. Coaches make adjustments.
Right.
Players have to adjust to that adjustment and play.
Right.
So if the players are not playing, no matter what play he drew up, no matter who he put on the
Right.
floor, players got to play.
Right.
Now, granted, you want all your players to be happy. Everybody's not going to be happy because
Right.
there's always going to be somebody, I should be playing more than that dude.
Right.
This guy, I should be playing more.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
It's always on every team.
Definitely.
Every team.
Definitely.
Right? But the players got to play. Now, what you're saying, you think with the talent that y'all got, y'all should be playing better. You think it's the
Definitely.
coach's fault.
I do.
What percentage do the players come into effect on that one?
55%.
But
Yo, let me tell you something. Let me say this real quick.
Okay.
I forgot what game it was, but he's been doing this for a minute. He don't even gassing the players out when he need to call a timeout. He having them gas and be like fourth quarter. They playing it out like, yo, call the timeout, put somebody else in there. He gassing them out. I'm like, we gonna lose this game.
That's what Tibbs does.
Yeah.
Right now. All of a sudden, now check this out.
All right, now. Take
No,
it.
no, you're gonna.
Oh, yeah, I thought you said
So check this out. All of a sudden, I'm seeing the tide change because Knicks is winning.
Right.
Now I'm seeing on Facebook, I'm seeing in the comments, oh, Tibbs is a good coach.
No,
Great coach.
no, I,
Huh?
no,
'Cause
no.
They winning, now he's a great coach.
No.
He ain't changed nothing.
No, he didn't change.
He hasn't changed
He's the same
anything.
way. He's the
All
same
right,
way.
John Green said, I totally agree.
But
The players have some accountability
He didn't answer
in
my
executing
question, though.
plays. But all right,
my
so
thing is,
Uh-huh.
if you're not listening to your coach, it doesn't matter whether or not your abilities is good enough to win or not.
So you think they tuned him out?
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I
Okay.
believe they've tuned him out.
Right.
I don't believe that they want to play for him.
What indication
I-
has you gotten that they tuned him
The
out?
way they play.
all right,
I don't know. I don't know about
I
that
think
one.
it's like what he
I don't know
said
about that one.
earlier. You look at your personnel
Right.
and you say, yo, this is what we're going to do. We're
Right.
going to do it based on this.
all right, but listen,
Doing it. I think they're looking at the personnel and saying, yo, you know what? This is what we doing. We shooting threes. I don't care if you're a 23% shooter, 21.
I can't see that.
Well-
We shooting threes.
all right, but listen, we need to clean this up right quick because it's time to end this show. So what I need to do right quick right now is find out who likes who for next Sunday's battle. So we're gonna start with you, Slick. Who do you like?
Slick.
Who do you like between the
That Slick
49ers
Leonard over there.
and Detroit?
Watch
Who you like?
it.
I'm gonna go with.
And he got the S.
They're at home, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 49ers.
Todd,
That was too easy.
Who we talking? What team?
49ers to Detroit.
49ers.
Serge,
Yeah, I'm going 49ers.
Kurt,
I'm picking Detroit.
That's
just to
Kurt.
go against the
I'm picking
grain.
Detroit.
That's Kurt.
I'm gonna take the Niners. D Gores.
I like their colors.
Uh-oh.
I do too.
Next game up. All right. We're gonna start with Todd,
Ravens.
no doubt. Serge,
Kansas City.
KC, Kurt.
I want to say the Ravens.
Say what you want to say, but say it quick.
I just think
John Green.
I just think Mahomes gonna find a way.
Yeah, I
man.
do too.
I want to say that, but I think
why,
I'm gonna
but
say
I
the
do
Chiefs.
too.
I just think he's gonna find a way, like he
I think
always
that's
do.
going to be another great game.
Like he,
That's gonna be a great.
it is gonna be
I
a
don't
great
see a
game.
blowout either way.
Nah.
Who you say, Kurt?
I can see
Who you
Chiefs
say?
Green being right in San Francisco beating the heck out of the Lions.
G Gores,
Yeah.
But I don't
Not
see the
this game.
Ravens
Right.
and the Chiefs.
I agree
Either
with you.
one of them blowing the other
I
one
agree
out.
Slick.
Mahomes
He's
is
slick.
Mahomes is
Slick the Valley.
But I'm going with Lamar. I think Lamar can do it.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%.
Got you.
guaranteed.
The time is
I got
right
John
for
Green.
him.
It is.
And I got
It's like it was
and I got
with Chargers.
Anthony Green. What you say?
I'm not 100% Lamar can do it, but I'm rooting for him.
The Ravens. All right, so I got John Green with the 49ers and the Ravens. I got Anthony Green with the Niners, of course,
Of course.
and KC.
Anyway, I got a song for you.
He says the only song you got. That's yours. That's yours too, right?
That's his
Yeah.
theme music.
Theme music.
You know what I
I
mean?
got a new theme song for him.
Uh-oh.
All right, y'all. So,
I'm gonna play it after the show.
Uh-oh.
all right, great show. So
Did you ask
important.
boys?
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, okay.
I
What did he
got
say?
everybody. You got Detroit and the Ravens.
Oh, okay.
And Anthony Green said end the run punch.
That's right. That's right. Don't forget that.
Ah.
It's the most important thing.
I think we're gonna check into some alcoholic anonymous situations.
Yo, that's funny.
All right, y'all. So great show. Important. Is there anything we need to say? So happy birthday to my niece. My niece Troy. Today's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's like your sister. Okay, I didn't.
Right. So all right, it's been a great show. I appreciate everybody. Again, y'all, please like and share on Facebook and YouTube. We're trying to blow up. We're trying to do greater and bigger things.
On this show.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I like that though. I
So
like
we
I
appreciate
like
it.
the back and forth.
Bigger and better things. So I want to thank everybody, the panel, D Gores, Slick the Relic. All right. The Magnificent, Serge the Sports Star, Coach Kurt,
Yes,
the
indeed.
Coach's Corner next week. All right, baby, take us home. Here we go.
Yeah. It's your turn, brother. It's your turn. Uh-oh. Somebody trying to drown you out. Yeah, he said you gotta, is that the only beat you got, man? Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. Just doing that? You ain't got no more beats? I know we do. No, we ain't talking no more.
We still alive.
Oh, okay. Oh. I can't grab this.
Great show, great show, great show, great show.
So, gonna ride it out.
How many more minutes is that? 2. Oh, okay.
Thanks for rocking out with us.
Yes,
To our
indeed.
audience out there, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
All,
definitely.
all day, every day.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Love y'all.
Y'all make us go hard in here.
Yeah, you did. You did. That's a relic special, right? Oh, okay. That's a relic special. Okay. That's what you do.
Well, I tell you, if Detroit beat San Francisco this week, I'm coming in here grinning from ear to ear. I want to see my man. Green, boy, I can't wait for him to call in next week if they lose.
If we call, we gotta put an APB
Right,
on.
we gonna have to do that. We gonna come looking for you, Green. I had Green Bay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
on
He
the
did
one
at
with
Green Bay. He did.
Yeah, it is.